but it also means they're losing Desire. And it made me think that if this team actually is going to continue to be legit, for me anyway, I thought it was very obvious that Desire added a voice in the game and gave them direction.
Yeah.
And I hope Hustla is doing that as well.
And we saw Brood a lot yesterday. And we've it's been picked a lot in the Chinese region.
It is.
10 seconds.
And they do have some nukes to deal with the spiders.
Yeah.
They've got Blinding Light, they've got Illuminate, they've got Tiny's combination, and Medusa has some AoE clear. Not like AoE clear that deals with this many spiders, but you know, you'll be able to have some answers to it. So,
and if it is like a 4 Venge and a 5 Coddle or something, Tiny's mid, Tiny does fine. He just throws a tree, and those are some nice and easy spiders as well just from that.
And I think we found that like Silken Mola plus spiders is how you get all your damage in.
Yes.
So when your spiders are easily cleared, that just goes right out the window. Especially since I haven't actually checked this, but they changed the damage somehow on spiders. Their damage on towers a lot more. It looks a lot more.
Where's our smoothies?
Damn, everyone's getting all nutritious stuff.
Dude, it's the boot camp. They've got level up and Brave over there, right? They're both just like chilling together.
And Level Up have Bucked Up as their coach, and he is also a gym buff.
Yeah,
and he is taking the team to the gym 7 days a week, healthy food, smoothies daily. I mean, they're doing it right.
They look very happy with their draft right now too. I mean, the Venge plus the Medusa. Now we're starting to see what why they picked the Venge. They're just playing around a Medusa lineup, and I mean, this is definitely going to be a tough to kill hero. I think Medusa is on the rise. This Aghanims is bonkers.
You still want to see the Bristle back, or is no longer good, or still good? Because it's still in the pool, and we do have a couple of offlaners banned on the side of
No, because it kind of fits the same role as the Dusa, and like a hero that just kind of sits there and it's a wall. So I'd prefer something a little bit more active.
Yeah, me too.
Something that also can amp up the Medusa. So like Slardar, or they chose, let's see, Axe and Legion Commander.
I like those two bans quite a bit, actually, from the side of No Bounty. I think the Legion would have been amazing. Behind Dusa, you get the Shard. You also counter Brood pretty hard. I think that would have been a really good pickup if they were able to get it for Funnick.
It is quite surprising to see a Centaur ignored, though.
It is. That is a good call. They could just go for that, actually.
Weird. All right, we're gonna go the jack of all trades carry here. Never really a wrong option. There are very few offlaners that you're gonna get dumpstered when you're Juggernaut. So
This is like the least team fight I've seen from both teams like in quite some time. I feel like I always see some big team fight, but it's quite lackluster on both sides actually.
yeah, and like only one strength hero.
Yeah, what's going on here? It's definitely a big change up from what we're used to seeing. They're gonna go for the Pango.
I mean, it clears out all the Spideys.
We've seen Pango versus Brood several times now, and the Pango has been extremely successful.
Yep, and you've got like you don't really care about Juggernaut in lane because you can easily disengage away from him. Nyx Assassin is not really a problem for you either. Yeah, I like this this Pango quite a bit, and Funnick I know is played a lot of Pango since it came out, so
yeah, and I do like it a lot when you have Coddle behind you too. You just get to amp up even more of your aggression, and it works really good with Dusa. Love Lucky Shot when you have that's kind of like I mean, it's not the traditional steroid I guess for Dusa, but if you do land some decent ones, you'll have some good control. They've got the Coddle to buff up for extra snakes and stuff. Actually, it ends up coming together, even though it looks weird because of that Venge early pick.
Yeah, can you make more sense of the Venge now? Is it just to be able to save the Medusa then? Like a little bit of an alternative save that also has, of course, the...
I'm telling you, they just got baited into thinking it's a good hero.
I think so too.
And now it did work because now they're going with the Medusa and it's going to look nice. Coddle and Venge for Medusa. I mean, this is very much like their whole lineup is centered around this one person, which I think is fair enough because as long as they have Brood Dancers, in some ways I think no Bounty Hunter will not have the team fight to be able to deal with this Medusa.
So despite both of you not really liking the Faceless Void, what am I saying? Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah.
Vengeful Spirit that much. It does fit here, and you both think Level Up have the better draft?
Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna have the damage to really kill the Deuce unless somehow they like snowball really hard on the Ember Spirit, I'm definitely not seeing it. Because also, like, this Dusa, you know, you're playing versus Mana Burn, which can be frustrating, but you build Shard, and then you just completely counteract it as well. And he's probably going to do the usual Ags build, and they're going to just rally around Dusa. Don't think they'll be able to
make it even simpler. 5 Venge, I don't like, but it's a 5. 3 Brood, I don't like, it's a core.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, that makes it pretty easy for me anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see how this first game is going to play itself out, and if the Pango will indeed once again be successful against the Broodmother. We're heading over to our commentary duo of T-Gov and OD Pixel.
Thank you very much, Sheev. And yeah, T, what do you make of this then? Is it going to be a good game for the Brood, or as the panel said, once again, are we going to see Phonic have quite the time here as the Pango against it?
Well, it's one of those Brood games where when it was picked, there wasn't really any innate way to deal with him early on. Okay, so like, sure, Medusa will scale to a point dealing with the Broodmother, but this Pango pick was kind of like the recovery pick in the draft for them,
That's nice.
as they needed a way to deal with the Spiderlings early on. And of course, we just saw the game, I think it was yesterday, with Bald, where Radix now has the highest CS on Pangolier of all pro players, simply because he's against the Broodmother. Like,
It was what, like, it was, I remember, it was 1,085 at 55 minutes?
Yeah, it was
the game
too
in?
much.
So 1,000 CS.
I think second place was like 700 to 800.
Is that what the record was?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
That's
exactly.
gosh,
Yeah. So he just absolutely
1,000
smashed it.
CS, yeah.
So that's what we're looking for right now. Can Metric be better than Team Bald?
I mean, what's the strat? I mean, do you just don't skill spiders?
I mean, like, if just don't give any gold away. Like, you're a right clicker now, right? Nah. Okay. Jokes aside, he has to level spiders.
Sure. I like this as well. He's got a quarter staff. We're not going to see this pipe Greaves. We're going to see an Orchid, right?
Yeah, potentially, yeah, for sure.
I mean, how do you feel about this? Because we have seen the last 2 times we've seen the Brood, it has been the sort of the utility Brood, the pipe, the Greaves, the Solar Crest. Is that the way to go, or do you prefer to sort of these Orchids, Diffuse, or BKBs?
I think it's incredibly situational. I love the fact that when we talk about Broodmother nowadays, we have versatility in build, and it isn't just a one static build. In this game, when I see these heroes like Juggernaut, Snapfire, Nyx, Ember, like, they're so active and skirmishy. Level Up, the way that they won series previously have been off their own aggression, their own pace that they set to the game. And now they kind of put themselves in a position of reacting a lot, unlike the games before. So I think for an Bounty Hunter, I would love to see Brood not go for auras, have another core kind of bring into the mix.
Absolutely.
And then when you suddenly control that jungle area, you're actually dealing with another core, not just like, hey guys, I used my pipe, watch out. You know, I want to see the Brood, especially in this game, become a bit more of a right clicker. Fun fact as well, Noob, he did mention that he got the short straw from the team. He got the bad webcam. That's why his camera angle and everything is a little bit off, because everyone else in Level Up has that webcam.
But that's not an excuse.
I mean, this is he told me
how good the webcam is doesn't affect the angle.
Well, I mean, that's it. Maybe it's not like a stand. Maybe he's like, I don't know.
That's true. Maybe it's the stand for the webcam.
It's slippery.
I'll allow that. Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, every time you click on Noob, you will be seeing his.
I've not seen it. Is it not great?
Oh, have a look now. There, look at that.
Oh, it's an excellent one.
It's a lot of lit.
I think that's the best camera shot we've got.
It's all on. It's just, you know, about him. Look at
the smile. Look at the smile. Look at the smile. We don't get that with the other. Look, that's the best webcam.
That's the best webcam.
We see the smile. We feel the smile.
I'm so. Look,
we're
the
there
energy
with
I've
it.
got. Oh,
exactly.
This is new meta.
And this is a lot of tips.
And a lot of nips from the guy behind him. Yeah.
Oh. Look at him, we'll have it again. Are you ready for that smile?
I'm ready. I'm so ready. I couldn't care less how he killed him. Just a classic little toss situation. And one more right click. See it, Chief.
So there we go, that smile.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Got him. Gotta watch out for Noob.
Amazing stuff.
See that? You don't get kills like that if you don't have the webcam.
No, yes, for sure. Everyone out there, even if you're not streaming or even in DPC,
get a webcam in your face.
Yep.
The government will be happy.
Very happy.
Let's have a look at these lanes. What have we? We're seeing what's happening mid. Side lanes. Who's going to have the tough time?
Well, I think normally when you have a Juggernaut Snapfire lane, it has a lot of kill threat. But I like the fact that with this Pangolier, you have the Swashbuckle for a little bit of disconnect. And if the lane does get a little bit dicey, you have the double wave to Swash plus Illuminate. So yeah, I think Level Up, they're going to be perfectly fine farming this lane. I think the main thing is just stopping the pull so they continue getting the farm here. The fact that Flash is already able to get a small camp pull, it is a little bit unfortunate for Level Up. And this camp here, this is a brutal camp. This eats through the single pull.
So what do you do about this?
I mean, just Funnick has to come over and aggro and just prevent it, yeah. But normally, like, we've seen so much now, like, laning phase is kind of generic, where you both teams block the small camp, block the hard camp, you let the lanes meet, and you just kind of play normally now. The off-lane duo can pull if required, but yeah, this is just a little bit different to most laning setups, where Level Up is allowing the pulls to occur because, I guess, they don't really care too much. They'll just farm and play off the hard camp instead.
All right, and then sort of down on the bottom half of the map. I mean, we are seeing already, you know, for the lane, yeah, Blink's having some good CS. I feel like the last few times we've seen the Brood and teams have had a chance to pick against it, the Brood's actually had a bit of a slow start in the lane. So this time around, this game, that's not going to happen. You know, Blink's farming perfectly fine. He's going to hit quick timing.
Yeah, this is mainly based off of what the Brood's playing into. And like when you see Medusa, you see Venge, you're not scared of dying in this lane at all. It's like,
the lane's
cool.
not.
They're just going to farm, right? Like, Venge is a pretty weak laner. And that's why you're going to see Brood most likely thrive in this lane. And I think that's the main takeaway so far from draft alone, is the way that no bounty hunter pick Brood, I think is the correct way to pick the Brood. You know, it's like pick 18, you see 4 heroes, you know it's going to have an okay lane, like 15 for 7 CS, even potentially has some kill threat when the Nyx comes into play as well.
Should be more than fine here with the shield.
Some poke and prod.
Radiant's
more.
Getting away for the creeps. Meanwhile, up on the top lane, Funny. He's able to take down Flash. The Tony card.
It's on! It's on! Oh, it just run away.
He didn't even need it. Funny there, living. And they get both of them. Level up.
I was just summoning the RNG for him. I
mean,
felt like
you kind of felt that there was. Funnick did the maps because he was like, I don't actually need to try and stand my ground and try for the proc of the passive.
But does it, like, the thing is though,
it would have looked cooler if he turned and got the proc.
Reddit if he got the clip, right? If he got the RNG, bam, he's Reddit famous.
Oh, look at this.
They're beefy. DNZ does a really good job at stacking. I mean, like, every single game, he is like the lower division insania for his stacking.
Okay.
Just stacks for days. And Medusa, RDO. Give me a happy little chat when he gets to rotate here in like 3-4 minutes time.
I mean, and they can't. Nobody on No Bounty Hunter takes stacks.
Literally no.
You can't do anything about this.
Only Ember Spirit can.
Well, I mean,
the hard camp. That's the main thing, exactly.
Sure.
He can take away the hard camp, but I think No Bounty Hunter, they have an amazing draft to contest the farming of the Ancients. They're not stealing the actual Ancients, but they're killing it. Exactly. So I'd love to see them maybe get...
So who's sitting over there keeping an eye on it? Like, who's getting over there getting some vision down? What job's that?
Well, that's the main thing here. I think the way that Brood's playing the side lane, it will free up the Nyx to start getting those wards out. If he gets a 5-6 minute ward placed in his top area, they then get to smoke in and start pressuring properly and maybe make a smoke gank to kill when Medusa moves over. But just having the kind of forward thinking of what's happening in the next 5 minutes, what's our game plan? Because Brood's free farming, Juggernaut's having a pretty stellar time top. If the support ever like link up with an Ember, that's some kill threat on the map.
No, absolutely. Because, you know, no offense to the Nyx, but does he need to be bottom? I feel like Blink's pretty happy. He's probably like, hey, you know, take a walk. You know, go check out what's going on elsewhere. You know, he's fine down. You know, Blink completely free farm. I mean, obviously early on to the help of the Nyx. But now at this stage, Blink he can do this stuff.
Oh no, the
Flash.
cookie was too shy.
Oh no.
You dead now, Flash?
Very dead.
Yeah, he's very dead.
Another kill for Funny. 2-0-1 on the top lane. Having a great start here.
In regards to your comments about the Brood, I don't mind Nyx staying bottom to unlock the Brood getting 6. I think if the Venge and Medusa are like double clicking the Brood, you have that Snake and that kind of laning phase annoyance, then sure, I think that'd be an issue. So I don't mind Hustler being active to prevent pulls.
There we go.
But now break away from the lane. Minute 6, you've done your job. Start having some presence on the map. Especially because DNZ is making another set of stacks as we get to
he is. DNZ.
Stonks on the rise. That's
I mean, Flash is going to... They are absolutely going to be aware. Was that another stack on the Ancients as well? This is some insane...
Oof.
Oh, well, I don't think he got the stack
but
on the
it's
Ancients,
still a big boy. I think like...
That's a quintuple?
Yeah, that's 4.
Well, that would be a quadruple then.
Wait, what was it? Oh,
quintuple's 5.
Well, I just said how many it was.
Oh, yeah, so you're right.
I'm right. Yeah, I
4 stack.
I ignored your fancy.
This is a quintuple stack. Maybe?
Yeah, I didn't see. They killed it too quick, Owen. I was too busy floundering at the numbers of 4 and 5.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Noob's
attack.
taking it. I mean, you're cool with this, given the tiny cash injection at this stage of the game rather than the Deucer?
That. I do respect that, because it's like, do you really want to keep it open? Because like, this is the one camp, the Ember, the Snap, that's the one you can lose. The Ancient, you can't really lose it. So
you save that for the Deuce?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I actually love that play. Noob comes in, laps up, get an earlier Blink Dagger.
Bottom tower is under attack.
You don't want to walk up here, Hustler. Funny is around.
Yeah, I just think the efficiency of the supports right now from level up is just kind of outweighing the bounty hunter. Like, they're sure that like it's only 4-0, there's not a big lead, but just how they're utilizing the map right now just feels like level up is slowly building that advantage.
Oh,
Radiant's courier.
Oh, I mean, he lost the courier, but if anything, maybe just a bit of a courier bait. You know, making Flash tempt himself to stand the ground and take it out.
Recap, that's critical. We need to see the gold swing between. Yep. Look.
Over the mid.
Fun fact.
Hustler. It's another one. Level up. 6-0 now. Funny. 3-0-1 and ooh, yeah, get yourself out of there. Back here's they were ready to make a jump on.
Classic Brood gets level 6 and yeah, owns the lane. I love this move from Funnick. Instantly moving mid, getting a kill, but going bottom. He did, of course, use Swashbuckle mid, therefore he hasn't got it here.
No, he come in and used it.
Did he? Okay.
It got them very low. Oh, he did nearly kill the spider.
Yeah, I'm just delusional.
There we go. He's got him now, though. Blink tries to keep him on him, but of course, Swashbuckle comes back up again, and Funnick's able to take him out.
He has to be very careful, though, here. Like, if he ever wastes a Swashbuckle, that's when he can die. He obviously has to use roll defensive.
Oh, there's an Ember here as well. Daki's come over.
Oh, no, Funnick.
He's looking pretty dead here, unless he wants to try and roll out. He tries to, but they've got the physical. Flash comes in. Extra bit of damage. And it was always going to be a very dangerous place for Funnick to be in. And he's no bounty hunter, can finally get themselves the first kill for the team. And on top of that, a very ugly tower here as well.
Yeah, I like the idea of Pango going bottom to have that wave clear, but then the bounty hunter, they see through this. It's like, well, you've put one hero here. There's no one else who can also occupy this role right now.
They're gonna go.
So we're just gonna kill you straight away. Let's not mess around. And yeah, instantly doing that. But RDO, he sweeps through the jungle. The aggression's coming from this angle. Farms up the stack quickly, and now he's gonna be retreating.
Oh, ancient stack.
Yeah. Oh, has he got
it again?
And
oh, well, that's not gonna work.
Very underwhelming. No,
not for the ancients. Yeah, to be fair, it's pretty close.
Well, it wasn't DNZ doing it. That's the thing, right? Maybe if DNZ.
DNZ's the more experienced.
Yeah, he's the more stack. Yeah,
okay. It was close.
Well, close doesn't count. I think we're in
lost money there. Let's hope that the Deucer didn't see it. RDO would be mad. He'd be like, "Excuse me, this should have been a 5 stack."
Yeah, Bootcamp just tapping on his shoulder. Because that's the thing, right? When you're at a LAN, you get to sit next to the players, so you also get to see their screen. A completely undervalued idea.
Do players do that when you're playing as a team? Are you looking to see the perspective of your teammates?
The setup of the players, there's reason behind it, right? Like the captain will be in the middle, right? Because he then gets to maybe look between, left and right screens, get a bit of information, understand everything.
And like in those moments, let's say if you're a support and you die, you would spend the time in death rather than clicking around yourself, maybe looking at how exactly your carry is playing or looking at the game.
Scenario, right now, Khan's in mid lane, and you're who's green? Ember, he's farming jungle, right? Imagine if Khan says they're going on me. You quickly glance to the left, you see exactly who's there. You're focused on your hero, you're now not dying to another gang. Like, there is a lot of value to being at a LAN and being able to truly see everything and all the information.
Well, when you're playing on LAN as a player, why don't you have a setup where you have a second monitor above you that's split into 4 and has your other 4 teammates?
That's it. I think,
I could sell that to people.
I think,
there we go. The OD Pixel Bootcamp. I'll upgrade you on the tech side of things.
That's secret. I know.
Imagine that. Isn't that a great idea?
I think it is. Yeah.
There we go.
And then it all should have caster voice as well so that we can tell them what's happening.
But that's literally cheating.
Bit carried away their own, I think, but it's fine. Just trying to expand the business model. One small step.
More Funnick.
Some faking.
Here we go. They don't have anything through the magic immunity, so he's always going to be able to roll away like this. In fact, he's not rolling away. He wants to roll in. The rest of the team's here on the sidelines. Level up. Whoa, comes in with a big blast, DNZ. And that's Flash gone.
Courier has been killed.
Courier as well, losing the tome for a little bit of time there.
Yeah, at this point in the game, that's the worst thing there. The tome, you want to have Snap 5 with the sits to have some presence in the fight. But the way that Novantia are playing, they're kind of missing the beat right now. Like, they want to play around this Brood, but it's level up the one that start the fight. They've actually smoked in, quickly killed the Snapfire, offsetting that aggression. And now they're going to feel pretty awkward on the Bounty Hunter because Medusa free farms the Ancient, moves to mid. Like, she's having absolutely free time in the game just because of level up. They're the proactive team. And when you have heroes like Snapfire, Nyx, Ember, that's the heroes that need to start the fight. So I think, Novantia is kicking themselves a little bit with the inability to kill this Pangolier. He is being a thorn in their side right now.
I mean, Khan's trying to go here for Noob, but it's not going to be any more than that. It's very hard to fight.
Just swash after swash, like, what can they do when they have no creep wave and they don't have the smoke to cut through? It's so difficult. And I think it's also a product of the vision right now. When you see this Radiant Ward in the jungle paired with double sentry, Nyx can never just freely enter and just find that pickoff.
I mean, and are you cool with the Nyx, but is it surprising that he didn't get at least like an early point in the Spike Carapace? I think against for the Pango, for instance, with these swashbuckles. Or
I think if he was looking for more pickoffs and potentially a value point, I think he's identified the idea. He wants to be more annoying to the Medusa. But for sure, I would have preferred to see a value point for the fight. but they're not really fighting, right? I feel like they've given up on this because they've been bottom for like 2-3 minutes now with no real kills to their name. So
I mean, and can that work to an extent? Like, no bounty hunters, can they play the farm game with this Jug, Ember, and Brood, or are they always going to just suffer late game against the big old Deucer?
if the laning phase went a little bit better and it wasn't Brood #1 top net worth and then suddenly Tiny, Pango, Medusa below that, then maybe. But right now, they need to get a fight because he picked up his Blink Dagger and he's lapping up kills around the map.
He's having a great time here, Noob.
Is under attack.
Nancy bottom. Okay, they have managed to get in onto Funnick. He's coming in, and DNZ, he's going to be actually able to keep Funnick alive. Funnick is fine.
Is under attack.
No bounty hunter had to back off.
That was the first big usage of the Orchid on Broodmother as well, and unfortunately it didn't really net a kill.
DNZ with this mech timing.
They just
he's in.
+1. And I think it boils down again to the idea of what the supporters are bringing. Like, where was that +1 bit of damage? And I think Snapfire is such a key focus of damage right now for them. Like, Medusa loves to stand her ground in fights, right? So I think pickoffs on Medusa is pretty easy if you have multiple kisses plus the chains, and like, there isn't that quick save other than maybe swap. So yeah, I think the bounty hunter just need to start trying to find some kills. But yeah, just a little bit lacking. But it's not the worst though. Again, they have a lot of cores that easily scale into what is arguably a single core lineup, where Pangolin can itemize to do physical damage, playing around his Ags, Basher maybe. But yeah, for now it is very much like Medusa is the key piece of the puzzle that they haven't really looked at to deal with.
Right, RDO is, being able to defend these towers. Noob, well, he's
there it is.
Pretty deep here. LeBron is going to be able to bail him out. Comes in with a swap there, and in fact with the mech, LeBron, he's going to get healed up by DNZ. Noob's ready to come back in, tosses Daki away, so LeBron's able to step out of there, but it comes rolling in, Redmond jump in and out. They will manage to take down LeBron, the Spiders, they're up to DNZ, they're going to be able to get him, he tries to escape with the smoke. They get the damage in time, so they'll take down 2 here, no bounty hunter. Get both of the supports.
Okay, good start.
Oh, Noob's back in. They'll get the tower, but they'll lose Flash for it. Flash steps up with a little shredder. And Noob steps in and shreds him instead.
I think the bounty hunter would be happy with that trade, honestly. Trading the snap fight just to get some objective pressure. They've now finally taken the bot and the mid tower, which kind of leaves this top area of the map to be played into. Blink can be a little bit more confident. And yeah, look at the minimap. The amount of sentries, the vision and bot. This is all about Brood saying, this is my jungle. You're going to see nothing in this area. We have control. I'd like to maybe level up, try and poke their heads in and get a little bit more understanding of what's happening down here. This is the window of the game where they can continue playing around this Brood. I think they're in such a good position to keep pressuring. So in that previous fight, it was, wait, we could have killed Tiny if there wasn't a swap. So now next time, if they find the Venge and can shut her down from getting that defensive swap out, they can start killing some of the cores. But it's all about execution. And that's the scary thing for the Bounty Hunters draft. It's we have to be so critical of our spell usage. Otherwise, we lack the damage. All right, good job. They do move in and now get a little bit more of this jungle control. Brood needs vision all the time to play. I think without vision, it's so hard. Like one swash into then a Rolling Thunder, you have no spiders.
They're all dead.
Yeah, back to square one.
Yeah. It's very hard to keep them safe in a game like this.
Another thing that we've seen teams do, he's just going.
Oh, he goes straight up to the high ground. Woo. He's ready to scout some action. LeBron having to bail him out. Again, comes in with a swap. This time LeBron will definitely die for that. So Noob, yeah, we can see he has a taste for the aggression here this game.
He just wanted to kill LeBron, that was it. You know, you give me the bad webcam, I will make you swap me at some point in this game. Hope he gets a better webcam next game.
It's happening a few times. Yeah, LeBron has always been there to back him up.
That's what you want from your support and your captain.
I see RDO getting nicely farmed here, going for the butterfly after the S&Y. Still blinking that top spot, but still very much a game where, you know, 2-0-1 has had a great start in the laning. And now when it comes to, you know, with the actions moving around the map a bit more, we've got to see what Blink's going to be able to continue to bring. You know, as that mech done over the Orchid, so a bit of a balance of both worlds really in terms of the Brood builds that we've come to see.
Yeah, I think that might cause some difficulties when this Medusa gets butterfly. Okay. Because there will be no hero in the game that can quickly kill her, other than that one scenario, which is all the magic damage on top without Venge getting the swap off. So I think at some point I want to see the Bloodthorn on Brood just to get some True Strike pre, you know, MKB on Juggernaut. Just upgrade that Orchid, get yourself into the game a little bit more.
I mean, would there even have been an argument for for Flash getting the mech and Blink getting the Solar Crest, or is it better this way around that they are?
Yeah, I think this is fine this way.
Okay.
How cheap Solar Crest is. It's
Sure, it's easier for...
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Like nowadays, you blink and you get Solar Crest just in your inventory. Oh, thanks. Got a free one. Let's go Roshan. Yeah, we saw the heat map previously at the Brood Mother, and I think that's maybe one of the biggest weaknesses of the hero is when there is that natural wave clear in your opponent's lineup. You can always occupy the enemy's jungle, but you can never kind of invade deeper. And yeah, it was a little bit difficult for the Blink just to have complete map pressure. But he's done a pretty good job at just moving around the map and being present. A pretty rare thing to see from Brood Mother players. They often like to just stick in their existing webs. Yeah, good micro as well. Just saw the 3 spiderlings out there, just fully understand where people are.
Yeah, scanning things out, but also giving RDO that little extra bit of gold, yeah. It all adds up.
And we'll see this start at the end, like who actually got the most gold from the spiderlings, who were they feeding?
I think it's got to be the Pango, yeah.
Well, he's doing all right, but like they've not really, been together recently, so maybe.
Sure, but when they are there, it's just
match made in heaven.
Slaughter,
Yeah.
just
It's
spiders dead everywhere across your screen. How many spiderlings do I think have been killed?
All right.
I would currently go with... Let me just run the numbers. We're including that bit there. I'm sure it is. It's going to be live.
Yeah,
it's going to be
live.
today.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if we add that, let me see if I need to add that.
Factor in this. A couple more.
No, that was just creeps.
No, mate, there's spiderlings there too. Don't worry.
No, it was plus 36. There weren't any spiderlings. Yeah, they're out. They're
fine.
fine.
Can we get a the spiderlings dying there, please? Please. I know this is everything we need to. Okay, put a number, Owen.
A number. I'm just trying to crunch the numbers right now. I'm going to say 50.
Wait.
Okay,
this is not a replay. This is just funny. Looking good though, may I say.
Excellent still. Anyway, back to the action.
Yeah.
Well, because I would say, if I did the calculations correctly in my head...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
513 spiders. Yeah, I saw those. I counted those. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. Just making sure we're on the same page.
Thank you.
That's right. No, thank you. Mate, you're taking a long time. Are you using an abacus?
57 spiders, 513 gold.
Wow. Even the numbers.
That's what I'm going.
Wow.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I'll just go for 87.
Dire's middle tower.
There you go. Can we get the stat, please?
Oh, but they just killed more.
Oh, jeez.
Well, together, we were pretty close.
Oh, my God.
57 plus
Yeah,
87.
boy.
Give or take 140.
Mate, we're good.
Team effort.
That was a team effort for sure. The bounty hunter, whilst we were punching the calculations and numbers, they were pressuring the bot. Instantly pushed away.
It's very hard to push high ground.
Yeah, it's near impossible.
Deuce is just going to sit up there, as we're saying. RDO. His butterfly is going to be very close, and as you mentioned, there's just not going to be any true strike. Nobody's buying a butterfly an MKB this game can't. He obviously wants the Skadi next. An MKB is just going to... It's not coming anytime soon. So then it's just a question of how on earth do they ever kill this Medusa? As long as they're set up, with the Pango, the Coddle, the Venge, backing up RDO, it's going to be a very hard target to fight.
Yeah, and the key thing in that engagement bottom, they're trying to go for the tier 3. Level up, just get a free Aegis. And now you have this Medusa who's about to hit this timing of SMY Butterfly plus the Aegis. We just described the difficulty of killing her. I think the bounty hunter, the draft, all skirmishing. They need to probably survive this Aegis, not lose too much objectives on their side of the map, and then come back for a big fight post Aegis. Have everyone with +1 item, and then yeah. Feels good though. I like the numbers.
Fun exam and a great time. I don't think anyone would. Anytime you see a Brood, I just feel like any game we see a Brood, Pango is absolutely going to be picked.
Like free money.
This has got to be one of those heroes that you got to take out the pool if you want to play.
He has an Orba Corrosion.
He's so rich.
That's it.
He doesn't have to... I guess he's got backup. He's got a little bit of mana here. Is he able to buff him up a little bit? They're going to try and go for him.
Doesn't even have the butterfly yet, and that's
that's true. He didn't even have the evasion in. It's in his backpack, and they couldn't kill him. Now they've got to run. Hustler's out with the TP. Daki, he has got a remnant at the ready. But look who's waiting for him there. Noob in with the jump. Daki goes down. I mean, that's got to be a huge concern. If you couldn't kill RDO then, what are you going to do when he actually has the butterfly completed? It's going to be tough.
Yeah, status stuff, honestly. I think
now he's got it. Yeah, here we have it.
The confidence of farm. It's like, you got to respect the Medusa there. Playing so aggressive, they were reacting defensively bottom, maybe trying to make a little play there, but they didn't really use TPs. So now, as soon as you see no bounty hunter dying bottom, no snapfire, no magical damage, pivot top, play off the fact that your Medusa is baiting your opponent, and now you get a key kill straight into a tier 3. So yeah, just the way that level up played there, really well. But this was all because of no bounty hunter overplaying their hand. They're playing with the brute bot, they're trying to kill Medusa top, they're doing way too many things when they're behind in the game.
How'd you stop him from taking your tier 3s?
Politely ask him to leave, Owen. Yeah, please leave my base.
RDO, he's a scary beast there. He's up to the high ground. They can't push him back. Phoenix in. He's over onto Blink. The healer wall will be down. Phoenix just creating some space to allow RDO to continue to go to work here onto the barracks. 23 minutes in. Blink's trying to get out towards the backline as they'll lay out with the Mortimer's kisses, but as soon as the kisses come out, Noob's able to get the jump onto the Snapfire, burst Flash immediately as Flash starts to try and get the Ultimate going. Blink is going to get caught out by the stun. The Spider will fall. They can't fight into this, Dusa. Level up. You know, you can really see Anfield that this draft and play, it's just textbook level up, right? This is
clean.
A strat that they've executed multiple times, I would imagine, and they look very comfortable with this.
Yeah, Medusa goes back to the time where they were named Tempo Esports and they had Thug in the team. They had first phase of the hero because they just knew every single beat and how to get the hero into the game.
And you know, having RDO in the squad, you know, he's going to fit comfortably into that role of, hey, we want you to play Medusa, hit the creeps, become an unkillable beast. No, RDO, that's right up his alley. He's going to be able to do that every time for the team.
Yeah, the map play from them in this game has been exceptional. The bounty hunter, they are trying to poke him for trying to punish this over-aggression.
They gotta get the ENG, the Ghost Scepter.
They got LeBron though. You gotta get something. Ignore the Medusa, kill everyone else. Only game plan you got.
Here he comes though. Phonic. He's over onto one. He jumped over onto Daki. Oh, they've got the damage. Oh, not quite. Swashbuckle.
Whiffed it.
Off the mark here. Daki. He's not got much mana to play with.
All right, ENG is out in like 20 seconds. Maybe if they can kill.
Oh, Phonic.
I hate roll up, man. Like, why are you like...
And he's out. He's out. He's away with the blink. That was close there.
Yeah.
And the same frame as the sleight of fish. Frame perfect blink.
I will say though, no bounty hunter picking this Snapfire. Level Up is probably one of the best Snapfire teams in this division, just because they get to play at mid. And I think just that the ability for your mid laner to understand the positioning and desires from Snapfire, it unlocks his game. I think the way that Noob plays,
he's just destroying the Snapfire
every time. So I think the last time we saw him, he played puck into Snapfire. Yeah. He was always holding his silence, ensuring that you never got the ultimate off. And in this fight here, we saw that the Mortimer's kisses coming on to support Joe. We saw like 2 globs, and then instantly, boom, Tiny was on top of him, stopped the ultimate. So yeah, I think the way that Noob plays into Snapfire, it's so difficult. A lot of props to him.
Smoke up here from the boys of Level Up behind RDO.
Found Flash.
Oh, they have Noob. He's in. They've got the combo Flash. Not even going to get the chance to cookie out. As they'll turn their attention over towards Hustler. Dust is out. They've caught the Nyx Assassin. 2 dead.
Have you ever seen a Coddle this like ambitious and like he's hungry for blood? He just in. He's got the Force, the Mech, the Ghost. He doesn't care.
I mean, they're just playing very, very well.
And the Bullwhip. Yes, sorry, and the Bullwhip. He does go Zunies.
Up to the high ground. They couldn't stop him last time.
How can they stop them now? Snapfire doesn't.
All spiders, goodbye.
We can punch that into the calculator at the end to find out who got the most gold. Is he just dead?
Yes.
Oh.
He's gone. All right. Daki's out.
Thanks for playing.
A couple of members down.
Tiny's so tanky with the armor. You know, Medusa's tanky with the mana shield, the butterfly. This is physical damage is not your answer here, and unfortunately, that is.
Oh, and they found Blink. They caught him. They got the crossback straight into the magic missile. Blink's gone.
Oh, yeah, this is rough.
They just can't stop him. They cannot stop him here. The momentum that Level Up's hitting.
Just spin on him. Yep. Please leave our base. That's Khan. RDO ignores him. Subsequently, shortly after.
Look at the Omni slash off. RDO's out to the side. Getting a little low. There's nobody quite dying on Level Up.
Technically was a defense.
It was. Wow, the melee Rex is gone. Phonic, is he out? He is.
Dire's middle tower.
So another
is under
objective
attack.
cleaned up here by level up. They can look to sort of back off and resume business down on the bottom lane. There's still a tier 1 to take down.
The line has
You know.
been drawn. RDO on the minimap. He has done one clean
They
line.
can't. Noob gets back in on him.
My man, look at him go. No vision as well. Just, yeah. I doesn't care.
Ducky. He's gone in on this, but there's a lot of them around here. So he must like an help him out. Gets the standoff onto the two of them. Ducky just getting blasted about here. Will jump in with the remnants, but he can't jump out. As Ducky goes down.
Solid tip, to be fair.
Hey, we'll be able to take out Funny. We can get LeBron as well here with a little shredder. And the spider's out on him. The blast just cleans up the spiders. The spiders have got the nuke damage. Does clean up the kill. But Noob's just taking him down 1v1. And as it is, it's over. GG is called.
Double kill.
Beautiful game from Level Up, honestly. I think the first 15 minutes of the game, the way that they reacted to the Brood lane, the way that they grouped up early, utilized the ancient stacks for the Medusa, and then when the Medusa was ready to play, they just followed her around the map, moving from fight to fight.
Yeah, they look so comfortable with this. I mean, to the point where you're going into game 2. What are you looking at from this Level Up lineup that you feel, if you take away, could maybe break apart this sort of approach to the game that Level Up seems so comfortable with? Like, what is the key piece for you out of the 5 eras they came in?
Well, it's got to be Noob for sure. I think, you know, finishing
Tiny.
the game 12-1 and 5 on the Tiny, and every time Snapfire wanted to do something in the fight, instantly stopped. And I just think Noob, he really unlocks the most from this team.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a lot of props to the support duo and how they just utilize the early rotations, stuck in the jungle. But it's when you get to that mid game, Noob just does not let you just take a breather. He's always in your face.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Puck.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Void incarnate.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Much besides just controlling the first like 20 minutes of a side, and then he just dies and he just
Yeah.
gives gold, gives extra gold. In fact,
I have no doubt that I'm maybe missing some matches that aren't like DPC matches, but as far as I'm concerned, like DPC matches are matches that matter right now, right? Those are your big matches. Those are the matches that send you to the major, potentially get you to TI. So I feel those are of the utmost importance. And to the other wins, the losses that happened in the Chinese upper division, one was LGD trying it against Aster, I think, and they lose,
Radiant
right?
team
And then
back.
the next time Broodmother
Dire
loses
team back.
is eHome trying it against LGD, and LGD's like, yeah, we tried that too. Sorry, dog, you're gonna lose this game.
yeah, I don't know.
Oh man.
For
Maybe
the
10th pick.
for the better teams, I think you can make it work, but especially for like lower divisions and stuff like that, I don't want to see you picking Brood. I think the entire mentality of your entire
10
game plan
seconds
changes because you're like, well, we haven't. What's our offlaner? He's not an initiator. He's just a
5
punishing
seconds
area kind of
remaining.
controller. But then you're missing an actual game plan. You don't have team fight. You have to. It's a Brood game, right? It always changes the whole entire game dynamic. So I definitely don't really want to be seeing it in the lower division play. So I'm still okay learning and getting more information about it from uppers. But yeah, I don't know. Here definitely looks weird.
Yeah, it's I was gonna say hit and miss, but it's been mostly missed from the ones that we've seen anyway. So what about this Puck then? Because we've seen Puck banned a lot. We saw Puck played by Noob the other day, and it was a success. But overall,
Radiant team ban.
it's been losing a little bit of its flair
Dire team
across the
ban.
globe.
I think tanky, beefy heroes pretty good versus the Puck. They kind of just stand there a lot of the time, and people are just learning about all the, these are so many different forms of disables. It's not just the Lion anymore. We've got these of course the DK, the classics, but even Skyras I've seen picked a couple times versus them. They do cover it with an Abaddon. They do have the
10
protection,
seconds
of course,
remaining.
versus Lion, but
Well, and what you're saying is if it's not that good against tanky heroes, so far no bounty hunter. Yeah, they picked up the Void Spirit and the Lion.
I was gonna say like the slight problem here is one of the best. One of the best tanky archetypes is your tanky mid laner because he gets solo experience, so he naturally gets like certain stat benefits. He's like level 8, level 9 when other people are 6, and yeah, he gets coiled and he's just like, all right, whatever. Your DKs, Tinies, like those kind of heroes can do it quite well. Here they pick Void Spirit, so it's a more offensive idea. We want to kill the puck, not survive through the puck's initiation, and same goes with the Lion pickup. But I do feel like this is very much a mentality of last patch where these straight up are like last patch heroes, right? Void Spirit, Lion, opener against a puck. So in some ways we're a little bit stuck in the past, but then again, Dota is cyclical and whatever is good against a hero will still remain good. It just may not be meta.
I don't know, I just feel like Puck loves to play versus this. Like, you're fine. You just, okay, your mid laner is hard countered by Coil. I coil him all game.
I definitely want like big tanky offlaner boy for no bounty hunter that gets information about what this puck's doing. Because if you don't have a frontliner and you have all these squishy heroes, then like Puck has the freest game. Like if you can't see the puck and potentially get an initiation on him, he's gonna find you first. Like
Nyx has
better abilities to catch that. Yeah,
I think Nyx looks even better now. They picked Snapfire, so I mean Hustler's very good on it. If he does want to play, if they want to make the flying like a 5 position or something like that, just change it up. Feels like a good suits, and it gives you information.
Then a carry IO. But then your lineup's really weird at that point in time because you don't have like a melee 5 that plays with the IO and stuff like that.
Yeah. It looks so nice versus those two heroes, but yeah, they do have to go for something that pairs with the IO just a bit better.
Yo, I want to see some IO Bristleback. I'm convinced Bristleback is like still really good. Yeah, it was good last patch. It's one of the tanky beef boys. It puts tower pressure out. It takes you Roshan, which is really nice. I was going to say, like, the other option is Gyrocopter, but I don't actually like Gyrocopter here. I don't feel like it does enough against the Puck. And Abaddon, like, doesn't care about Gyro. If anything, he soaks up some of the damage that Gyro's trying to put out to other people.
5 seconds
I
remaining.
think they're at least trying to make their safe lane stronger because that Snapfire Jug was extremely underwhelming for me. I don't like the duo of that either, so at least IO Gyro is a tested combo that can always catch people if they do make any mistakes. But yeah, probably still weird. I mean, Puck just looks great. Everything just looks so good for Puck. It just has dream targets to always go for the Coil.
Wonder where this Abaddon's going for them. Level up to a 5 position Abaddon is what I'm assuming.
I think
it's
so.
early
Yeah,
picked, but
they have LeBron normally play it, but
I know it's also a Funnic hero. Yeah. He also plays weird offlaners.
That is a good call. That is true.
Dire team back.
I think it'll be just appropriate to put it on the 5, yeah,
because part of the reason I was thinking about that is like, okay, well, you're gonna have a melee 5, and if you do Faceless Void, naturally you want a ranged carry if you have a melee 5. It just feels a lot nicer because lanes are super important. You want to be able to win your lanes right now, and having a mixture of ranged and melee helps you have frontliner with the damage behind it. You know, it's just like a simple formula that always works out. So here you're gonna have a 5 melee with a Faceless Void. Maybe it'll still be fine, but
I think that's. I mean, they banned out the Underlord, so I think maybe they are sticking with the dual melee.
Yeah. No, Underlord is.
And they banned Tide.
Go to like big tanky frontliners here that are very much anti-melee heroes. Because we want to get information on what the puck's up to. We want to make the Chronosphere hard for this Faceless Void. And we need information.
They themselves also need an offlaner still, though. So if you want them to go for a tanky one, which are left in the pool other than the Axe? Could they go for Brood again?
Abaddon.
Oh no, Brood banned. Sorry, my bad.
Brood's taken out. Yeah.
Oh hey,
give me an ET.
Centaur's banned this time.
Give me an ET on No Bounty Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Looks nice. Yeah, Bully Void. Like that, it's like almost unlaneable. When I saw Nico Baby trying his hardest, he just got completely demolished. I think it.
Yeah, and Abaddon's whole laning presence is trying to right-click you and make trade-offs that are favorable to you, and nobody's favorable against ET.
No, and I think ET Gyro, Gyro utilizes the aura in both factors. It's great with Void Spirit as well too. I actually think it's, if they play it, I think it's a really solid pick if No Bounty Hunter goes for it.
Other heroes, Slardar against Abaddon, or other melee offlaners.
Slardar would be pretty solid too, and it gets taken. Okay, Level Up actually snags that one away.
Okay.
Ooh, minus armor. Look at this. Snapfire Slardar. Oh, baby.
Yeah, they got really good Roche taking potential.
Yeah.
They might even have potential to do level 1 tower.
I mean,
it's an Abaddon and a Snapfire.
They don't have any summons though.
No summon.
They're missing the Nature's Prophet thing.
Could you tank it with the Void and then just jump away after every couple of hits? No.
That's not.
And then Puck can tank it and Illusory.
yeah. You get the salves going at the same time, Yeah.
No?
Axe.
Axe is the one that's still in the pool.
I like ET the best, but
oh, there you go. You get your wish.
Yeah. Okay, I think that actually fits pretty nicely.
Could have done Legion Commander, actually.
Yeah, Legion looked pretty decent too.
But yeah, ET is definitely the best because you just want to win lanes here. And it's a hero that also, if you get your Ags at a decent timing here, he doesn't care.
Yeah. Slardar is a bit annoying because the Corrosive Haze is always going to be a little bit of a problem. Even if you do have plus armor, it still brings you down quite hard. There's a lot of that coming out, the minus armor from Level Up. But wow, actually, that ET might have died for me. Because the pressure that you put on Void, man, I really just saw this Void not able to do much of anything. Like, he was so far behind. But RDO has been really good about just playing around stuff like that. So,
do you think Snapfire is going to be effective in this IO Gyrocopter lane?
With the Slardar,
The Slardar, I think it's possible for them to get kills, but it might be hard. I'm just wondering, maybe they switch up the. If you feel like you can't get kills against Gyro IO, then you maybe want Abaddon in that lane, so you have Snapfire against the ET, who fares a little bit better.
IO can die real easy though in this lane, right? Like, there's so much minus armor. Slardar overall pretty decent, also versus Gyrocopter in lane too. So.
Is this game more even than the previous one?
Yes.
Well, that's
go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
No pressure, but we know Noob can do it. It's gonna be fun mid lane. The Puck versus Void Spirit again. We're gonna find out how this game 2 is gonna play itself out, and we're heading Deep Soul and Sea Governor.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, game 2 here, ready to go between No Bounty Hunter and Level Up. What do we reckon? See, panel seems to reckon that this one's going to be a little closer in terms of drafts. Did you agree? And do you feel that we are seeing again, though, Level Up having the stronger entrance here, or what do you reckon?
I think for sure this is a much closer game. I just love the fact that No Bounty Hunter, they have more laning presence. They have this ET into the Void lane. They have an Eye Gyro that should be okay, and they have the Void Spirit Puck matchup. So on paper, they have 3 lanes that should somewhat go their way. I think that the main thing, though, simply for me, is I think there's a lot of threat in the Snapfire Slardar lane where you can't undervalue the amount of damage they have. And Fog mentioned it on the panel, this IO has the potential to just feed. If you ever miss position, you can test a pull camp, you do a little bit too much in the lane. That's when this lane goes too much favor towards the Slardar. You get 2-3 kills. Now suddenly Gyro isn't the strongest hero there. So yeah, I think it's all about the story of the off lanes right now. Can Slardar find kills, and can the ET completely punish this Void, make it go to a jungle? A hero that can't really jungle. So yeah, off lanes are so critical for both of these teams to go well.
Well, let's see. Let's have about that.
We don't really get to see much action nowadays. ENG just getting really happy with the all chats. Bless him.
Yeah, I think we had a bit of love there from Daki to. So I guess what a Level Up and Brain, they're at the same boot camp.
Yeah, they're at the same facility.
Same facility. Yeah. So of course Daki, fellow Greek, shouting out to his Greek friends over on the Brain.
Yeah, that must be really weird. Like, I think so. Remember at TI 9 qualifiers, we boot camped at the same place as OG. Actually.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, it was just, I can't remember what actually, but it was the one tournament they were doing, and they were qualifying. And oh no, it was the open qualifiers for like Disneyland. That was it or something. And then we failed, and they didn't. So it was really weird. Them happy off that.
This one was always.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah, moving on.
Nice memories. You know.
Yeah, that was the European version of Chaos. It was like Ghana, Milan, Kezu, Misery, and HFN. It was like a hybrid EU stack.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Oh mate, my memory's shot. But yeah, that was a weird time because it was like they keep doing their.
Oh yeah,
boot camp
you ended up making it to TI that year, didn't you?
Yeah, we did after. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
that one team we had to like, pass on through, but yeah, we got there in the end. But yeah, no, it's really nice being at the same facility as another team.
Sure.
Because you kind of just see the nuances that they do and how like their practice goes. Like, are they scrimming more? They're talking more, and I think that's kind of what I would say maybe Level Up's been able to achieve here, is because they're one of the few teams that has a boot camp, right? Like in low division, there really isn't that support to have boot camp facilities, especially of course during the pandemic as well. So the fact that these lads have a boot camp, it's something else.
And you know, we have seen Level Up and Brame. You know, these are two teams in each of their respective divisions that have just come out with some great performances. Like when they really are getting in the zone, getting in the role with one another. They've had some great games. I mean, last game, of course, we just saw from Level Up looked incredibly clean. This game, as you say, it's going to be a bit more of a challenge with No Bounty Hunter having some good answers to their lineup. We'll see what they're able to pull out here.
Yeah, this will be the key thing here in the next level or two. What amount of pressure Lincoln Hustler can apply to RDO. He's already sitting at half HP, not too comfortable, and that is the product of LeBron on the Abaddon. He can't really step up and do anything really. As soon as he does, he's just going to get.
He might be
just clicked on down.
In a bit of trouble there if they. I guess they can't continue to chase this.
Well, it's just a resource game, right? It's now the Abaddon salving himself, not salving out his void.
You see bottom.
Story of the offlane IO. He's out of position.
Just enough there. Enough regen to pop there on Flash to keep him alive.
Well, he went for one of the greedier builds with the Bracer rush as well in the IO. This was kind of popularized with going overcharge level 1 and right-clicking your opponent. But with a gyro, often you want more regen. So it's, yeah, interesting that he goes for a more like fighting build on the IO. The mid matchup, we've seen this like 1,000 times in the patch now. Void Spirit versus Puck. Void Spirit, of course, has decent wave clear. Melee hero, Quelling Blade. He's going to be able to see us pretty well against the spam of the Puck.
Overall, though, in terms of the whole game, right, it feels a little rough as the Void Spirit because that Dream Coil is just so annoying for you? Or I think, you know, the Void Spirit has some upper hands against the Puck?
Yeah, I think, honestly, like, if the Void Spirit's one tanking the coil, you naturally buy yours, you are pretty tanky, so that's fine. It is uncomfortable to play, but this matchup, it's so even. It's about who rotates first. Like, is the Void Spirit getting the active rune, playing him top? Because Puck is the hero that thrives in counter rotation. So the matchup's pretty even, but it's just the idea of how do you enter the game, and is the Puck able to capitalize on, you know, Ducky's rotations? Is he killing him when he tries to get the kill?
He's got to be careful there.
He's pretty low, but he's living life. Yeah, but Noob's a very active mid lane, and it's the thing that kind of brings Level Up to that confidence of playing these early games, because he likes just to get involved a little bit more.
Seeing CS down bottom, can't. Doing very nicely. I mean, all three lanes ready for No Bounty Hunter. They've got their cores farming away very happily.
Yeah, if I was to die in bot lane, that's when it might go the other way. So far, so good. Up until the point where I said so far, so good, and then he died.
And this time around, they'll be able to take him out. Not quite able to push back, take anyone in return. I mean, it is a killer of a lane. It's an outfire slot up. We're seeing it in action. The physical armor reduction early on. I mean, obviously, you know, once the 6 is hit, then I mean, at that point, is it just sort of unlaneable? I mean, when you do hit 6 on Slardar, like, how do you lane against that?
Yeah, pretty much. You're boiling down for rotations at that point, and yeah, just Flash. He's playing a little bit too, you know, up front. See here, he's in front of his gyrocopter. You're the guy who's trying to be enabling, and he didn't kind of read Khan's positioning either. They didn't move back together, and that look at him. He's like, ha, got him, boy.
I mean, it was close. You know, that cookie, the stun AoE only just caught him. So a very nice move there from DNZ and Funnick to catch him just off guard.
Yeah, the big winner right now is this ET, sitting at 25 for 12 in the top lane. Like, RDO, he's doing a decent job at, you know, surviving the lane, mainly because LeBron is just non-stop pulling, just ensuring that RDO can just hit creeps by himself. But with the lack of regen, that's potentially where it can pull into their favor. He has the Morbid Mask coming out on Courier, but this is more of a build which is like, all right, I'm probably going to hit the jungle in a minute or two time because you do not want your carry giving away these empty kills to Blink. That's where, like, he was mentioning again, this is such a strong ET pick because in the game, you have to sleep, you have to disconnect to deal with that aggression, but the laning phase, it is so hard as a Void to sit here under that constant pressure.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think we're definitely seeing that. You know, well, this ET pick was the best. Yeah, it was the best hero available for them, and they nailed it with the last pick here.
Yeah, the idea, the essence of this draft. All right, let's just watch Noob. A little cheeky little 2v2. Defensive coil. But yeah, the essence of No Bounty Hunters draft is getting one item each and running over their opponent. Like, level up, they are locked into, do they have chrono available? That secures the rest of their damage coming in. Maybe the core as well. But when you have a bad support, he doesn't like quick early pressure. That's why, yeah, I like the idea of the ET because it unlocks that type of game. And they group up mid, playing off of that Hex. And when you first pick a puck, right, and the instant response is Void Spirit Lion, you have game counters and lane counters. So yeah, they are doing a really good job at preventing Noob having that instant early start that he's had in pretty much all series so far. One early kill just offset him a little bit.
Oh yeah, this is a really, especially compared to the last game, for No Bounty Hunter, an excellent start to the lane.
Much better. And now this is the window of the game which is most critical because they've killed Puck once, he's wasted coil. They've moved the Abaddon mid as a reaction just to soak up some XP. RDO's alone. Like, what can they do here? They have the catapult wave. If they take this tower and then suddenly they can bring 5 heroes mid as well to take the mid tower, that's when the game can get really difficult for them. So this next couple minutes is critical for the Bounty Hunter to punish the weaknesses of the level up lineup. Sonic doesn't care. Look at him. Big boy. Yeah, they don't kill him anymore. He is free to do whatever he wants in this bot lane, unless some Void Spirit TPs in or some line rotates down and you have maybe the cooldown on Gyrocopter.
I mean, can RDO see any opportunities to make any early plays for the Chrono this game, or is it going to be kind of hard?
Yeah, I think for sure. Like that's the beauty of both of these side lanes, where like if they dive Gyrocopter, maybe a TP rotation Void Spirit, you get a kill or a lion. Same thing for top, right? If Blink oversteps his mark and they don't have any heroes in, that's when they die.
Funnick. And here we have that rotating RTO. He's come in. Going to be able to close the gap. Cronus. Oh, the stun though. Blink. He's able to sleep them for a good duration and enough to stop Flash from going down. And Blink, he's coming in with a counterplay.
Oh, mate,
he's going to take out DNZ. RDO and Funnick, they've got to step back.
There's nothing more satisfying than watching Elder Titan. I mean, that two-hit someone.
Yeah, and these stomps. Now, ET is one of those heroes that as a Void, it's not nice to play against. If you don't catch that ET in the chrono, now pre-BKB, Blink, he's going to be able to have this incredible area of coverage with the Spirit, with the Stomp, and it obviously heavily limits the follow-up that you're trying to come in after the chrono with.
Yeah, I think both teams really great awareness. Like, I love the rotation from the Void. You're playing into a lane that you can't really farm that much. Instantly go bottom, kill the carry. And then the heads-up play from Blink to kind of mirror that movement, not allowing the Void any window of comfort because, again, you rotate bottom, you turn that around, you save your IO, you kill Snapfire. Like, yeah, both teams just being very kind of aware of their opponent. And I think often in these games, they can get too comfortable with just accepting moves occurring. Like, oh, okay, TP bottom, whatever, just go play top. So, yeah, really good just heads-up play from Blink just to keep himself in the game of applying pressure.
I'm going to try and hit them with a smoke here, level up around Noob's Dream Coil.
Yeah, this will be... Void Spirit, all right.
So they got the damage. Hustler is there, ready to offer some backup. And with the silence, Cookie to follow up. If they got enough first, they do. Jackie will get brought down, but now the counterplay comes in. An excellent stun from Hustler. Lines up on two, the fingers out underneath. They're taking out the puck. They're taking out DNC. They're going to be able to find the Brawn here as well as No Bounty Hunter. Again, just hitting back hard here, matching the moves that Level Up wants to make. And in this situation in particular, absolutely coming out on top of it.
Yeah, and you can see here, it's so hard playing Abaddon in these types of games where you're the aggressors because his contribution was literally being a cookie target. That was it. Like, haha, I stunned, but unfortunately here, he didn't have the shield up to save. Tried to go for a heal, but instantly fingered. And yeah, just the Bounty Hunter, they're reacting really well to every move Level Up's making. To play mid.
Whoa.
He has ultimate this time.
He does. The kisses are going to come out, but No Bounty Hunter's going to be able to get out of range of this.
Completely missing the kisses.
See Daki even seeing if he can get a jump back in on this.
And they're hungry now. They're kind of hitting like a slight skirmishing timing. They got the catapult wave that they're looking to fight, but I feel like with Funnick TPing in, they should respect it. Like, they're one item away from being able to make these plays confidently. And it does help there isn't a fear of the call of the Chrono right now. As you know, both are on cooldown. But if they've timed it, Chrono just come back up. They'll probably be a little bit calmer in their crossing the river right now.
Away.
Level up, they keep trying to make these moves. They're applying pressure mid. Instantly, Noob DNZ now pairing up to move to bot lane. Yeah, I think getting the ET will be pretty satisfying. They have the Chrono, they have...
Can they kill him?
They have no Monomus Kisses though, so realistically, it's a no.
But Blink's pretty tanky.
Yeah, he's just up there in their face. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he's just running at them.
Slapping.
Dire's
One hit.
I mean, I think he knows. He knows. He's like, go on then, go on me.
Radiant structures.
Now with
are
Noob around him, he might be a little more
Dire's
careful.
structures
Yeah, and they
are
have the
fortified.
relocate available, so that's like Level Up have to respect here. If they fully commit to the ET and suddenly he gets a really good stump off, and then the Void Spirit TPing in, they have the relocate, that's now suddenly 5 heroes in the bot lane. And
Dire's
yeah, they have to just make sure every time they commit to a fight, is they know, okay, there isn't a relocate save for the Chrono, we're killing this target cleanly.
Dire's top tower.
Execution is critical for Level Up when they only have the big spells to get them into the fights.
Blink just able to hold on to this bottom area of the map, making it very hard for Level Up to pushing any further down here. Especially with having Hustler
Radiant are
ready to
scanning.
back him up if Blink does get gone
Radiant's
upon.
middle tower
They need
is
the
under
ults. They
attack.
have got them up. You know, Kisses now there as well as the Chrono. So Chrono and Kisses will still kill pretty much anyone at this stage of the game if there isn't the save.
Exactly, yeah. Completely different style of game from Level Up. Previously, we saw them utilizing the jungle, making stacks. This game, they're very hungry to make plays. Always posturing to find
Dire's
that next
middle
kill.
tower is under
Be their
attack.
downfall, honestly, as Funnick dies behind the tower. Really nice positioning from Hustler and Blink.
See what they've got here. TP's.
Got to sleep.
They're going to be coming in. It's the 3 of them. Look at the split it down on the 3. They've
got him.
They got him. They're able to burst Ardio before he can do anything.
Ambitious.
As Ardio goes down, Funnick and LeBron are trying to turn, but they're outnumbered. Now bring down Hustler with them. And Blink, Daki, and now Khan ready with a further backup. They'll be able to clean up at least one of these, you would imagine, as Funnick is run down, grabbed back by the Remnant. They know LeBron's still in here in the trees. They won't actually look towards him, though. Over to the side, Noob. Anti-Izzy out to Noob with the DD room, bringing down Blink pretty low, but the tender comes in from Flash. Blink, he's got the stomp, good to go. They'll get it onto Noob. Noob's going to get taken out. Blink will live. As again, no bounty hunter, just completely outplaying Level Up in these skirmishes.
Yeah, just pulling beautifully under the tower, using the trees to their advantage. Like, the Funnick's running in, hoping to catch them, but you know, you have one hero hide to the left, one hero hide to the right. You get hit by a stomp, and like I mentioned, everyone just collapsing into the engagement. Like, where was Level Up? If they're making that play, it needs to be clean. It needs to be Void jumping in, hitting the Chrono with confidence, spells on top. That only works like 1 in 10 times. That type of play that Level Up just tried making, because it is so ambitious. Like, diving a tier 1 tower into, like, there's so many trees there. It's so hard. But yeah, great stuff from the bounty hunter, using their spells beautifully, chaining up to find the kill.
They got him again.
Yep. Noob having a rough one this game.
They're killing this puck pretty easily.
It just helps when you have the lockdown. It isn't the same puck game. But maybe Blink dies here. A couple of little face boots. Sorry, mate, can't body block today.
Has fallen.
Jeez, all right.
My goodness.
That's what you get for body blocking.
Blink is
Dire are scanning.
having quite the time this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Level Up
attack.
though, the way that they really get themselves into this game, they're down by 3k. It is utilizing that snap fire.
Is he going to step up and get the tower tonight?
Maybe.
Oh, God, denied.
Hey,
He just
lad.
walked up underneath the noses of 4 heroes.
Mate, they're
Gets the tower denied.
Oh, come
They're
on.
terrified of him.
Oh, God. How do you let him do that?
And Blink is, I mean, this last pick ET is just fitted in so perfectly, and he is having quite the game. I mean, they all are, you know.
Components from Ags.
Yeah.
That's going to be disastrous. Nice hits. But yeah, for Level Up, they're 3 to 4k down. The biggest thing they can do right now is make a smoke play outside of Roshan, maybe kill the ET, kill the gyro, kill like a key component to the fight, then instantly utilize Lil Shredder, Corrosive Haze, and just get yourself the Aegis on the Void. And that gives you that confidence to make these plays. Like the Void himself is having such a difficult game. He's got Mask of Madness, Shreds, and, you know, pretty much small stat items. They have to find him some kills right now because of just farming jungle. There's no way you can keep up with farming against an Aya Gyro. Even killing Ducky here will be worth some value.
Yeah. That's the cap.
But how are they going to do it? Okay, start with the coil.
With the coil, that's pretty much a guaranteed kill, unless...
They're going to have to use both spells now.
Oh,
the
he had the illusion rune!
They didn't click on him! They didn't click on him!
Oh, no!
Oh.
Illusion rune saving Daki there. They can't get him.
Yeah.
Can't even get him.
They didn't want to use the chrono. They were just like, all right, we can't waste both spells on a casual void spirit. Well,
I mean, do you think if they check and they see the illusion rune, you absolutely do just drop the chrono for that kill?
100%. The only way they lock him down after the coil was going to be that silence. So yeah, they just didn't realize he had the illusion rune, or they thought they had the damage. Azar stuff coming out.
Yep. And up top now, they're knocking on the tier 2s. 16 minutes in here. It's really speeding up. No bounty hunter. You're going to have Khan going straight for the BKB after the Maelstrom.
Throwing some more spells to annoy Phonic a little bit. Just tickling him. Nothing more, nothing less. But everyone else is here. Look, he's just diving behind the tower.
He is. He's just walking in.
They still have chrono level up. That's the key thing here.
Yeah, Ardio's got to hit some insane chronos this game to sort of help turn it around. Oh, he's got the 2 of them. They're not going to get anything with it.
You asked for an insane loss, but it's insanely bad.
Not going to be the kind of chronos to get them back into this.
No.
As they do have the cookie in, actually onto the 3 of them. Have they got the damage though? Hustler will get taken out. And no bounty hunter overall, still looking pretty high in the HP. Flash.
Double kill.
They get the jump over him. This time round, getting the trade. They've taken down 2. The missile's heading the way of Ardio. He has got another time walk to get out with the spirit. Into the stomp is there. Daki's got a DD. They've got the follow-up control of the ball. Ooh, actually.
You're right there, mate.
And the Remnant totally missing. And now he's kind of low. Ardio's going to jump back over Daki. He's got to be careful. The kisses are coming out. He's going down TNT into the trees, though. Another jump over Daki. They think off TNT. Daki, very, very neat. He's not able to touch the sky. He's never a new. Ardio still alive. Look at the TP out. Looks like will manage to get away. A messy fight there. No bounty hunter do end up losing Daki at the end of it all.
I think Ardio's going to be chuffed with that. He starts with a chrono that hit literally nothing technically. But...
and then Noob dies.
Yeah, okay, let's gloss over that.
Look at Hustler.
I mean, that's great. We can read into the tips real quick. Flash Calm, Blink all want to, make Noob tilt a little bit. And then Ducky, he really values Hustler. Therefore, he's like, good job, buddy. Keep it up, go again. Yeah. Overall,
and that was a bit of a messy fight.
It was very messy. It was a long drawn out one, but again, the key thing there was I think Void gained about 500 gold from that fight. And in this type of game where you're under that much pressure, if your Void can keep poking and diving, get in and out the fight, you're going to be happy on level up just to have him get to 1+ items. Realistically, if he gets to like SMY +1, this should be a somewhat comfortable game for him to at least frontline and tank up some more of this damage. He probably should have died if Ducky hit his...
Yeah, I mean, I think Ducky was trying to go for the big brain play. He was assuming that the cookie was going to, like, knock the Void up at that trajectory.
Maybe.
So maybe he wanted to try and line it up so it would catch him whilst he's being cookied across it. But, of course, it didn't end up being the angle that the Void was stunned and cookied in, so... Yeah, misses it altogether, unfortunately, for no bounty hunter, because probably would have been a kill, you think, well, if they did get that grab.
Yeah, they were already on top of him. Like, one little bit extra grab into damage here, he would have died. Again, luckily for level up there, it doesn't really lead into anything, right? It's such a long, drawn-out fight. Both teams have to use so many...
I mean, yeah, tier 2 still up.
Exactly, yeah. It's just, it's just a fight at the end of the day. And that's why we're not seeing this lead go from like a 3k to a 5-6k, because the fight was just get kills, get out, reset, go.
Yeah, a bit funny. It's going to start a bit of action here onto Blink.
Spirit just came back to it.
They got enough damage. Hustles him with the stun.
Oh, he's dead.
The kisses. And they get the chrono out. Oh, he's caught 2 of them on. He's got 3.
That's it.
They relocated into it. They came straight into it. They got the damage though. The cooldown's coming out. Flash getting low. Flash will fall. He's going to look to try and turn towards DMZ. DMZ's back in. The cookie over towards the gyro. They've got the gyro. Kong goes down. Remnant to Simulate. Ducky will get the kill, but he's the last one left alive. He's got to run. He's out with the jump, but Ardio's in with the chase. He was in range for the time dilation. And now he's in with the mask command as the bashes come out. It's a team wipe. It's Ardio there. But he laid down the chrono and was right. The IO and Gyro, they came in relocating into just the edge of the chronosphere.
Yeah, the start of this fight is beautiful because the vision is all about level up here. They kill Blink at the start of the fight, and then look, they relocate into the edge of it.
Great chrono from Artie. I mean, the exact tips
Radiant's
of the
bottom
edges there that he
is under
catches.
attack.
Now, both Hustler and the Flash Khan combo.
Couldn't have asked for a better one there, and that's what they needed.
That's what they need.
They've been struggling so much in this
Radiant's
game,
middle
and
tower
they
is
finally
under
kind of
attack.
unlocked the entire fight. I think the comfort of No Bounty Hunter, they felt so good with how they're playing. Blink with the confidence of his tankiness, and he just unfortunately gets picked off. He was 500 gold away from his Axe. Like, if he had Axe there, completely different story. He's going to have the BKB effect on him. He's going to be running back at them. And then suddenly that relocate's going to be in a different position. Game could be, yeah. But level up. They identify that small window that they can make a play in. They punish them. And now they bring that lead from 4K to Bounty Hunter down to only 1K. Yeah, really good move from level up there, just to get themselves into a level footing in the game. All right, does he now miss the next chrono and hit a good one after? Like, what's the pattern right now? Because
I think Ardio, after that, you know, he's going to be in the zone.
Okay.
He's going to be in the zone. I expect big things here from Ardio.
Big
now.
things. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure that you're doing the caster curse, not me. Just, yeah, cool. I can take that box off now.
And then that lead certainly closed down a little bit there. They'll have Ags on Blink for the next fight.
Yeah, and the result of all these previous engagements where the Bounty Hunter haven't been able to really gain anything is, you know, 500 gold from the first fight. Before saw the fight recap in the previous fight, that's 700 gold. 1,200 gold now Void has obtained just from the fights alone. And that he's still pretty far behind the Gyrocopter. But look at him, looking much healthy. SMY, the Ogre Axe, well on the way to BKB. Look at that.
Just make sure
Happy little lad.
gets full tank here this game.
Dyer's top
Yeah.
tower
Died to the
is
sort
under
of the
attack.
burst of magical
Dyer's
burst at least
structures
of
are fortified.
No Bounty Hunter. They're ready. They're all ults up again. They're ready
Radiant's
for
bottom tower is under
another
attack.
fight here. Level up. See if they can get the jump.
Quick reaction. Funk doesn't have his Bash primed, and I would love to see him have the 3 points on Bash ready, so if he ever finds the Void Spirit, he can instantly get the right click into stun, because your right click will be better in speed than you trying to do your crash. Yeah, the discipline from Bounty Hunter to get out of here. They respect the timings, they respect the damage that they can bring, and realistically, their fight construct is based around pushing out the lanes, baiting out with the Void Spirit, and then having kind of the turnaround effect of the Ira relocate not into a chrono, the ET with the sleep. They can't take a pure 5-on-5. Their team fight is, you know, not up to scratch compared to the Coil, the Mortimer Kisses, and the Chrono. Yeah, push out lanes, reset, or they can smoke and just try and find that key pickoff. But again, it's all off the back of the line right now. There's a lot of pressure. They're going for the smoke option.
I mean, who does he have to get the jump on?
Realistically, the puck, kill him off straight away.
Yeah.
And then you get to play from there. You survive the Chrono. I'd love to see Io in the position where he relocates prominent. And just get to even you relocate him from out inside the Chrono just to the edge and continue taking the.
Oh, there's the jump! There's the jump!
They got him!
Very cleanly done there, and that's exactly what they're after.
Wards win games. This high ground ward here, this Radiant, bam, look at that. That's why they got the kill. The confidence of the Dire Sentry thinking there wasn't one.
They can keep
Dyer's
going here.
middle tower is
Ron.
under attack.
Tickling an Abaddon here. He's pretty happy to stand here. No buyback on pucks though.
I mean, can they fight 4v5?
I mean, if they hit the Chrono, you can kill anything.
Yeah.
They missed the Chrono, they lose Roshan, so... All LeBron just died.
Well, they're just going to bail on it. I mean, fair enough, you know, right, deciding to bail on LeBron like that. But that does mean, what, you're 3 versus 5 and no Bounty Hunter. Can they head into Roche? I guess they don't have the quickest of Roche taking heroes, right?
Sorry, I just looking at the webcam from Ducky. You know, someone's just coming through and like, you ready for dinner, love? You
Was there someone in his room?
Yeah, so you want some
Dinner time.
Mom, I'm playing DPC! Leave me alone! But yeah, no, it is complete free Roshan now.
Yeah.
You pick up the puck, there's a 7-second window, Abaddon is dead. Abaddon is kind of like the front line for level up, where he unlocks the vision game, understands
Can
how
they get? They're not going to get here in time, are they? It's going to be close.
It should take like 6 more seconds.
They're slowing down on it, no Bounty Hunter, because they're aware that this sort of move is going to be made.
Oh, are they going to go for it? Nah, too late. Fortunately, missed the beat. But maybe if someone just TP straight to bottom, there's a numbers advantage potentially. You know, Bounty Hunter, they're very disciplined here. They're not going to be doing anything too crazy, except that they get the Aegis and move around the map together.
A prize.
Phonic.
4-star fit. Ah, mate. That's why you have to fight 4-star from Gyrocopter. The 4-star rocket from the deep.
True.
Yeah.
I was close to Hustler actually nearly getting the jump.
I just love minimap analytics. So who's king? Abaddon. LeBron's like, guys.
So what's he saying with these symbols?
This is so basically you do a big circle on the bottom side of the map. Like, we play here. All right. Like the Bounty have been playing Roshan playing top side for so long. Owning that area of vision is so hard. So let's just create a new side of the map for us to play into. And then eventually we can make a key play into top. But if we set up our aggressive vision in the southern side, that's when we can make our plays with identifying who's greedily farming, you know, our new jungle. That's what the mini-map was basically saying from LeBron. And you can see from the vision they're supporting. Like, if anyone TPs to the bottom side of the map, fully expect there to be a fight breaking out top.
Funny. Start with a bit of a poke here onto Khan.
Pretty tanky now. He has the axe as well. Can just sit up inside his Slivering Crush.
That's an interesting one here as well. Is he going to go for that? He's keeping up the Mask of Madness, so going back for that on Slardar.
Oh, yeah. It's just shard now. Yeah, mate, the shard's kind of funky.
Radiant's middle tower
It's like when you use your stun, it applies a haze. So in some areas, it's kind of cool, especially when you get 25 and you can't dispel it.
Ah, yeah, it's a very nice shard.
Radiant's
I hope this game goes long enough that we get to see that come into play.
I think it might.
Actually, you know, I think that the worst shard, not in this game, just random.
What's the worst shard?
The worst shard, as it's so annoying to play against, is Legion.
What's the best shard?
Well, sure, but as a support player, I hate Legion with a shard. He puts the thing on himself, he gets a little cheeky little BKB blinks in. What do? Nothing, can't use him. So technically it is one of the best shards, but I hate playing against it, therefore it's the worst shard.
And it's not a great hero. I mean, how do you rate Legion? Is Legion hot right now? Or?
Yet to see it work in Europe, so. But it works in China. I guess China is the best region, so therefore it is technically good.
It's too hard for you.
No, yeah, so many buttons you got to
play.
Yeah.
Difficult hero, yeah.
We're very sacrificial in Europe. We like giving them the dual damage. Yeah. The long con. My blade mail that I bought, which is a bad item, will eventually be more effective if I give him, 3,000 dual damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And he's feeling pretty strong here around the puddle. As they can't really go on this Slardar. Phoenix be able to front line pretty easily and level them. Oh, he's in! Audio! And I tell you what, he's only just got to caught the two best targets.
Absolutely.
Catching the IO, so there's no relocate save, and catching the ET, so there's no counter play with a stop. As IO bites back immediately, and will manage to get it on the park. They've taken him down, stunning from Hustler. That's not going to be enough to set up onto Audio, though, as Audio just turns, takes down the Lion. Now Funnick, they're trying to, they can't kill Funnick. Can't do it all he can to bring down this Slardar, but Funnick is too tanky right now. That's the Aegis gone. He's going to go for round two. BKB's out from Khan. He's trying to run. They've managed to get the stun out of the Audio. Audio jumping in. Now turn on Audio. Audio has been stunned. Is he able to get them? Time will come. He's not they bring him down. Audio will fall.
Double kill.
There's no Bounty Hunter able to clean up the back end of the fight a little bit.
The value of Aegis really coming to shine there. 1,000 gold to the side of Void. Woo. You have to die back in the
Look at that damage there.
Oh, 15,000. I hate Gyrocopter for that very reason. Again,
so much damage.
I just hate ports. I think we could get rid of them from the game. I think it'd be a much nicer place. Just 5-on-5 supports, casually, placing wards, playing battleships. Yeah, Gyrocopter doing really good in that fight. Yeah. Lots of damage, and it's the value of Aegis pretty much. When he gets to Satanic, he'll most likely be able to survive the same scenario. As long as he gets through the Chrono, pops that Satanic, and will heal through everything and level up. They need to be so decisive.
Yeah, good buyback as well.
Yeah, beautiful
Mayo in that fight. After that, what was it? Absolutely, that was an excellent start to the action from Mardia.
You killed the Eye and the ET. Yeah. Like absolutely amazing.
Mega kill.
In the trees there, Nadaki and Hustler hunting down Noob. And Hustler, he's got a few finger stacks this game, right? Yeah, 5. Very nice.
Doing pretty well for himself. So he's going for the Yules as well. Just finding new ways to just keep themselves alive in that instant initiation that they have. Branch running down mid. They have Satanic on the Gyrocopter.
He's got Quiver as well.
Yeah, he's
lots of damage.
Absolute unit. The faces Void actually queued up the shard as well. He realized that he's presence in the fight. He's so close to living every time, so he needs a new form of kind of survivability. I think he realized that there's gonna be a big fight soon, so having the shard of jump back could be the next item for him to play into. But it's not like he can buy a Scardy anytime soon.
The high ground, Funnick. They got enough damage this time around. He's getting low. They've got the stone coming out. Funnick, he's trying to run. He's gonna actually live. They get so close to killing him off, but Funnick will manage to step back and refuel.
Yeah, with Puck dead, they're just so scared to make this play. No more of a kisses anymore. I mean, yeah, no bounty hunter. They can stay here if they want, or they're gonna respect. Okay, they're gonna respect the
They're no chronos up.
Okay, I respect that too.
Popping the tome as well. RDO getting himself up close to level 20. Shards out.
Ooh, fake back. A classic in Dota 2. If you ever play with your mates and you want to win some games, hit the tier 3, walk back, smoke, run back, kill them.
It is into the ults though. How long on Kisses? Kisses should soon be up as well.
It's like 50 seconds or something, right? 62.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes.
So no Kisses at all there. Definitely a bit of a difficult fight for level up to take, but they're going to
smoke
take
on smoke
it.
action, Owen.
As I said, without the Kisses, that they are going to lack quite a bit of damage.
And Ducky's so surprisingly tanky when you go for obviously the Kyre and Sands build, the Agnims. Like, yeah. It's going to be hard to kill him.
Dire's top tower
Level up,
is
not
under
committing to
attack.
both teams, smoking but not fully committing to the smoke itself. Kind of accepting, well, kind of want to make a play, but they're not showing on any lanes really, so it's kind of hard for us to have confidence moving into these high ground areas. I mean, this is the type of position that you'd want to most likely buy a gem soon on no bounty hunter. Like when you have this lead and you're so easily moving around the map, having that gem just to have complete map control and not allow Void to have the false confidence of playing these certain areas would be pretty key. I guess the only issue with that is like neither of the supports naturally like buying and being sacrificial and invest so heavily into a gem. There's good usage of sentries will most likely be the play for them from here on out.
Sure. A little surprising that no one in level up is using the quiver, right?
It's kind of difficult. I think the robe's pretty good for the puck, and then other than that, like...
I mean, for RDO as well, you wouldn't sort of prefer just having that extra damage? You think the cloak is
survivability is the game for him. Yeah, like, just look at his itemization, right? Like he went for the SM1, the BKB, and into a shard for the next fight coming, right? Like he's playing completely for, if I can soak up enough of this damage, then eventually we'll win the fight with the survivability. Because no bounty hunter, like, do they have finger? Do they have cooldown? Is he... I heard an O.
The jump on LeBron. I mean, Hudson knows there's someone else around here. He's not going to be able to find Noob, so we'll just be LeBron guy.
Unstoppable!
Holding back on the finger use. Oh, he's level 3. Why didn't he finger him? Come on.
I mean, yeah.
It's a 40-second cooldown. You want to get the stack.
Get your stack up.
Come on. He was being too polite there.
He was rather
He should have just dropped the ult.
But you know what you can do? You can be polite to a bad...
Actually, I guess he wasn't level 18 before the kill. It's probably
that's true. He just got the 18.
He wasn't. There we go. Well, yeah. So he was concerned about the cooldown. Yeah.
But then again, though, I feel like he just should
get that stack.
How dare he hold it for a real kill?
What a sensible man.
Damn sensible. Now there's a shard. And this is like level up's kind of main timing is playing around for Roshan. Like we spoke about on the panel. They have Little Shredder, they have the haze. This is where Void, without the accelerant of farm through empowerment, naturally they keep him in the game. Yeah. They've not been able to contest any Roshan so far.
I mean, yeah, and now Khan's just stacking up even more. He's pretty much got the money for the butterfly.
He is a big boy. That's for sure. 44,000 damage.
I mean, he's going to be tough to kill. I mean, they're not anywhere close to any sort of MKB.
Yeah, I think Scardy is going to be the key play. Yeah, mitigate the healing, prevent the Satanic and the IO really enabling that gyrocopter, and then potentially you can eat through. But you know, we speak so long about how Void's going to be the guy who's surviving the fights, but where's the damage? After the Mortalist kisses, it's not like they have layers to the damage.
No, I mean, it's used to, if they can live out the fights long enough, but that's only going to get harder and harder to do so against the Gyro that's as just fat as he is. You know, Khan is 24k net worth, closest thing on level up side is 15k. Like, this Gyro is huge.
Yeah, like he's even backpacked his boots. Like he only wants damage. He knows that he is just this walking turret. This could be the play bottom. Noob is setting up potentially bottom. or he's just trying to skip the next wave. Yeah, most likely skipping the next wave. Or the one after that. Or he's just hiding in the trees. Pastor, do you really think... Are you actually looking for him there?
Dire's bottom
He doesn't have
tower
scan.
is under
Mate, if he had
attack.
scan, he'd be using it right now. Oh, dude, they're looking. I guess they saw the blink when he went deeper into here. Oh,
Dire's
They're not
bottom
going to
tower
catch him.
has fallen.
You're right. Very, very good.
all right, now is he going to go for the
Dire's
next
bottom
wave?
tower
This way,
is
Hustle's
under
still in the
attack.
Hustler's
area.
still sort of around. Shows.
They're dead.
Hustler.
But he now knows he's
Knows
dead.
he's still here.
But he used his
Dire's
thing
bottom
already.
has fallen.
Ah. Nice little game of cat and mouse there.
Now he's got the BKB.
All right, he's not going to die to release the lion.
Oh, look at this setup. They're trying to get him with the chrono from the back lines.
Yeah, this is, you have to kill everyone else but the gyrocopter. He's too much of a beast.
Oh, it's a one-man chrono. I mean,
the relocate was stuck.
It is. It goes into the chrono. His flash goes down, so it kind of works out. The IO is dead. But Flash flying back, though, of course, immediately. He throws off to the side. LeBron's trying to charge in. They've lost LeBron. They've lost DNZ as well. Now they jump up to the high ground. They're going to be able to get the catch onto Funny. Buybacks come out from the two of them. In with the damage to finger as well. Funny's still alive, though. They'll be able to keep him alive. Audio taking huge hits here. He's got to jump back up to the high ground. They're charging in on this. Blast will push them back.
He just can't kill gyrocopter.
He's so tanky, can't. Satanic BKB butterfly, not even having to press the BKB. As that's the bottom rack's gone, they can't push this back.
It's just like the first game. The
Dire's
Medusa.
bottom
It's like, oh, this big farmed ranged hero is taking our base. And he's killing all of us without even looking at us.
Dire's
They use the chrono, they kill the IO, sure. It feels great, but instant buyback once again.
is under attack.
How do they stop him? They can't get anywhere close to him. Danky's going to start jumping in on the back lines over towards LeBron and Funnick now. Over towards the puck. He's caught the puck. And the fingers out. Move's gone. Danky there, controlling the puck. Funnick's going to try and jump over the cross. But it's too much damage this time around. Funnick can't live throughout this all. Ardio's going to commit in with the BKB. He's got enough damage to take anybody out there. He's looking towards Hustler, but flashes in with the tether, and Hustler's fine. Turns with the hex. He's got the catch onto the board. Full-on stun. Be able to jump out with the time walk. Audio is going to jump back in. Looks to get Hustler. The reverse time walk back out. Audio still has to keep his distance here from the four of them. They've lost 3 here on level up. It's down to Audio and Funnick to try and hold against the 4 of them.
Dire's top
Got the
tower
setup. Walls. And they have the damage. Stop by back Audio. Come back in for one more shot. The top racks are going down. Funnick's in with a 4-man crush. It's going to be the jump in from Audio. Ultra kill for Khan. Audio's able to bring down Flash. But now it's Audio against the world, and they'll tap out. There's no bounty hunter. I mean, as you say, really hitting back in game 2 with the same energy that level up hit them when he hit one.
Yeah, this AT just did so much work in the laning phase and his kind of early presence. Audio never really got a moment to play the game, pretty much. Like, sure, there was a couple good chronos, but just the idea, the essence of No Bounty Hunter and how they kind of grouped up and played, it was beautiful. Just, yeah, really good stuff from the Bounty Hunter, just stopping Level Up from playing. And I think Level Up, they put too many eggs in the basket of giving Audio a good kind of mid-game with the minus armor, but they never went Roshan. Like,
They never got the roast themselves, yeah.
Yeah, they were never able to contest the first one. The second one was given away for free. And when you can't do that, and you're in a difficult game, it's difficult. But yeah, No Bounty Hunter, so relentless, never giving Level Up a moment to breathe and think about how to play the map correctly. So yeah, props to them for really bouncing back after game 1.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, game 1 was a rough one indeed for No Bounty Hunter, but yeah, that's some great stuff here. The Gyro IO looking fantastic.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
A third and deciding game between No Bounty Hunter and Level Up, as they are 1-1 here in the lower division of the Western European DPC League. You're watching Dream League Season 15, powered by Intel. And No Bounty Hunter, they're 2-2 at the moment, up against Level Up that are 3-1. And Level Up, they have their hopes set on the top two, but they cannot afford to lose this game if they want to keep their chances to stay there alive. Let's find out what they have in store for each other as we're well into the draft here with Cap and Fogged. And we said, surely there's not going to be an IO Gyro let through again, Fogged.
They moved it up in priority.
Yep.
Perhaps they were thinking about banning it in the first or in the second phase there on Level Up, but nope. No Bounty Hunter sees how strong it was versus Level Up. They're going to go for it again. But now Level Up, they do get to respond with some appropriate heroes. They're going to go for the Snapfire again and that Lifestealer versus Gyro that we've seen do pretty well.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that Level Up and Tiny Puck. I feel like in an important game 3, I would rather just not give up IO Gyrocopter, even if I think I have an answer to it.
5 seconds remaining.
There's something about like theoretically being able to deal with something versus actually in-game dealing with it on a game 3. You know, like this is really important for Level Up to be able to win, to secure themselves second place. If they just keep winning all the games they should win, then they're on cruise control, you know. But we'll see.
We will see.
Their answer is pretty good, so
yeah, I do like the Lifestealer versus the Gyro. It's pretty strong. They're banning out the counters also for the Lifestealer too. Razor, Slardar out. No Bounty Hunter, they're covering themselves. Ban out the Mars.
They ban away the Slardar. I was like, yeah, they might get the Slardar Snapfire again with the Lifestealer.
Maybe they're worried because they don't have the first pick out of the bans.
Yeah,
I think maybe they're just going to open it.
Yeah, Slardar Dumpster's Lifestealer, right?
Does.
You're right. You don't have the first pick coming out, so... Centaur is not banned.
Yeah, I think Centaur would be the most appropriate because they're banning offlaners anyway, so...
Yeah, but they're taking their time to think about if they want to ban out that Centaur. Maybe they want to still have a chance to pick it themselves.
5 seconds remaining.
It is pretty good for the Gyro Iro. But then it's Lifestealer versus Centaur, though, and that's kind of the dream for Lifestealer. So yeah, they're going to ban it.
Yeah, you definitely don't want it on.
No.
Bounty Hunter side. All right, so what are the nice off-lane picks against Bounty Hunter that are still in the pool?
10 seconds remaining.
It's Sonic like to play.
5 seconds remaining.
He has been playing a little bit more of those weird ones.
Well, there was Bloodseeker, but I feel like that's not a counter anymore.
No.
Since Infest is a thing. Legion Commander doesn't do well enough.
Maybe you just do Hustlers.
Yeah, but you still kind of need an idea of like what your offlane, what archetype your offlane is going to be. Like if you have a ranged offlaner you feel good about, then that changes what Hustler's pick is going to be. Because then you really need a frontlining initiating for. Where this kind of says they have an idea of a melee hero that they would like. That also starts fights for them, because that is something that's kind of missing. Lion starts fights for you nicely when it comes to pickoffs, but like team fight sort of frontline initiation is still needed for Gyro.
5 seconds remaining.
Enigma actually would have been. I would have preferred them do like an Earth Spirit or something for Hustla, and then an Enigma pick for No Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, I think he's just been really. He loves his Lion and his Nyx, and Earth Spirit with his ping. You know, he is playing with some ping.
That's true.
Might cause some problems. And then it kind of does give him pretty lane to a Lifestealer at least. It's kind of tough for you to back up any of them. They're gonna go Dottle again. They looked really good before on DNZ.
You know what's funny for No Bounty Hunter is that Io is Hustla's most successful hero. He's got like a 91% win rate on it.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
So they've actually got 2 IO players. Not that, not in this current situation, I feel like this patch, Io's just going to be consistently a 5. But
I mean, if they're picking the Coddle, they probably want something to also spam. It did look pretty good with that Pango, honestly. Like the way that they were able to just like force the wave in. Gyro does suffer a little bit early on to be able to force the wave back out because he only has a little bit of that flak.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So Roar versus that Rage. Have seen this picked a little bit in other regions still, that they're doing like Dominator builds, I saw. I don't know if you want to do that versus Lifestealer so much, but...
yeah, and do you really want to do the Axes build against Lifestealer either?
No.
Like, I'm not sure if either one of those things feel good.
Yeah, I wonder what build he would actually go for. Maybe he's just the solar buyer.
5 seconds remaining.
Just goes kind of regular Roar, Boar, and Solar Crest deal.
Yeah, something on the... That also does provide the solution if they did want to go for Pango too, right? Then they've got the Roar for the roll too. So now Funnick maybe gonna have to go for something different if he was thinking about that.
Yep, he is the one that is, I think, most active at the moment in the talking department, or at least we see him
Team bad.
definitely giving his input.
Legion Commander.
Okay,
He
so
would
a
go for the
Dispel.
Legion.
Nice. Dispel for the Roar.
Yeah, but then it's Legion Commander, and it's Legion Commander against Io Gyro, which I don't actually feel like is that good a lane for you.
They can force the wave in at least, right? It isn't at least a
10
spam kind of
seconds
thing.
remaining.
It's not a hero that really takes
5
huge
seconds
advantage of like
remaining.
stacks and stuff like Bristleback does. Like if you had done that kind of Coddle combination, you shove the lane into and then you're just stacking Ancients and then you're able to farm off that later. I don't think Legion Commander does that nearly as well as other heroes.
Radiant
definitely
team
not.
bad.
I am unconvinced. Lion, Io both have certain answers against Legion Commander as well as an initiator, whether it's relocating the person out or Lion with his just heavy amount of burst damage, threatening to lose you the duel. They don't have
like this beautiful kill combo with the duel either that we've seen when it is.
yeah, we don't have like some sort of
10
fast
seconds
damage that
remaining.
works well. Snapfire throws lobs of fire in, but that's not, again,
5
that fast
seconds
kill.
remaining.
Like your classic, say, LC Skywrath Mage combination.
Yeah.
That's a kill in 2 seconds.
Now we still have the option for Noob to go for the Snapfire himself. Is that something that you like to see here, or does it not fit?
He has made it work quite a lot. To be honest with you, he is very comfortable with it, so perhaps it is still a flex. Don't mind, like Snapfire versus Beast though is pretty nice. You actually deal with Boris pretty
10
decently
seconds remaining.
for that lane to protect your life stealer.
Yeah, and as a
seconds
support, you help
remaining.
Lifestealer a lot, both
do.
in the minus armor aspect as well as the cookie.
Yeah.
Really helps you just stick onto targets quite nicely. So
Dire
I'm
team
gonna say it's a different mid, but
Oh, they think it is mid though.
Shocked.
They banned the Witch Doctor, so they're a little worried for the Beastmasters, Boars, and just strong lane. LeBron?
yeah, it's fair. I mean, when the Beastmaster in this current iteration against Lifestealer is probably entirely about his boar surviving, Enchantress, and only things left is like Chen
10 seconds
that like
remaining.
really handles Beastmaster.
Overall, last pick goes, of
5
course, the way
seconds
of no bounty hunter.
Radiant
Is there still a
team
chance they will go for the brood, or is that just not in the question when the Beastmaster's picked up?
No, I don't think that they can do the Brood. There's also like the Legion there. I mean, I just hope they don't go for it.
yeah. I hope so.
It breaks your whole draft dynamic. It messes everything up.
10 seconds
We do have a
remaining.
nice Kiro coming out, so that does mean that our Snap is probably played
5
in the mid
seconds
lane.
remaining.
What plays well up in that mid lane against Snap is the question that no bounty hunter is trying to answer.
To be honest, I'm not like fully certain on what the weaknesses of Snapfire, like what you're supposed to pick against it. So I'm mostly just looking at the rest of their draft. And Beastmaster is like, it's gonna get you nice solid stun and will get you a lot of information. But I still think you want something that's just pretty active. Any of the Spirit Boys,
Yeah.
or that type of hero.
I think that's why they banned out Ember. Taki also is, that's like his most played stuff. He loves
Yeah.
playing those, like really get into the backline heroes. And yeah,
They
do
don't have
squishy
amazing
backline.
disables as well. So mobile heroes.
Oh,
Now
whoa, whoa,
select
whoa,
your
whoa, whoa.
heroes.
What the?
Okay, so are they doing mid Gyro and then
Yeah.
Ursa Io as a lane?
That is a gyro for Ducky.
Does that make them weaker or stronger?
They
That's
hope
gonna make the
stronger.
lane more awkward for Legion. That's for sure.
That is definitely true. And it is a Ursa versus the Lifestealer too. So now you have a Really good matchup for that carry, and they have really good rush threat with Beastmaster plus Ursa. They can sneak it at pretty much any moments.
Yeah, and I feel like as long as it's a range hero, then your mid lane is kind of free, especially in this patch. Snapfire like can threaten melee heroes to a certain extent, but I feel like most range heroes deal with it fine, especially if you're getting free hits of water.
I think I'm liking No Bounty is just a bit better here. The Jakiro Coddle supports definitely feels awkward with the Legion Commander. Like, where's the damage?
Super interested to see if we get like the Diffusal Blade pickup Ursa that we've been talking about that's been happening in China. Because like a really nice active hero in this matchup, if you look at these like Legion Commander Snapfires, they need a certain amount of setup, and Ursa just gets in on top of you and fights. And like heroes like Legion Commander and Snapfire, usually they can man fight to a certain extent, but Ursa's like one of the ultimate man fighters. So yeah, I do like the pace they're going to be taking. I agree.
Yeah,
right.
I hope they do. I hope they do this. I hope they do the build. That's the China build now. Phase, Morbid Mask, Diffusal. You get it super early. You don't farm. There is no farming. It's all about running at heroes. So I think they can definitely set a quick pace. I do like No Bounties. Again.
All right, quick pace with a fight in Ursa with an IO Gyro. No Bounty Hunter. Looks like they set themselves up for success. Let's see if they can grab it here in the third game. We're heading over to our commentary duo of OD Pixel and T Governor.
Thank you very much, Stevie. It's a game 3 deciding one here between the two teams. And T, what do you make of this? Do you like this sort of change up at the end of the draft from No Bounty Hunter, where they say, you know what, we don't want to put Daki in that one position against some of the core matchups he's playing into. He's going to go mid, and we're going to pick this Khan Ursa as our carry.
I honestly, I like the idea of the flexibility that they have here. And first of all, I appreciate the 5-man tip onto Noob here. He had a hard game 2. They instantly identify going to game 3.
They want to tilt him.
Exactly. It's like, look, mate, you didn't even get to play the second. We're going to do you again in the game 3. And then LeBron, he at the tail end of that also tipped Noob, going, don't worry, friend. I got your pal. We'll get through this together, captain and mid lane. No, but yeah, back to your question. I love the idea of No Bounty Hunter's draft. It really punishes the greed. Lifesteal instant response to Gyro is amazing at being able to fight in the mid game against the big magic damage that the hero brings. But early on, you're a very static hero. You have to play your lane slowly. And then also, if you look at the Legion Commander, exact same story. The story of the side lanes, they're just going to be existing, playing their lanes and not really pressuring the map. And that's where, you know, when you have the active nature of a carry Ursa, the annoyance of like an old school Beastmaster offlane, the grouping from No Bounty Hunter will be their best friend here. We haven't seen much Beastmaster since the nerfs to the axes on mid lane, but you know, in the South American region, Tavo on SG Esports, he's actually played Beastmaster offlane 2 times now.
And what does he do?
Well, he's had 2 different builds. The first build, he went for, you know, phase boots, Vlad, Solar Crest, kind of like a traditional style.
Yeah, the old school, yeah.
Yeah, old school. And then the other build, he rushed Helm of the Overlord. They got a couple ancients and just ran down his enemy. So I most likely would expect this Beastmaster to probably buy maybe a casual pipe, Solar Crest be an aura buyer. Not expecting the Helm of Overlord to come into play. That is where you can take 2 ancient creeps. But yeah, just any type of aura buying and enabling kind of that huddle and run at you style of aggression.
Interesting how this mid goes. I feel like this mid, I would personally probably expect Noob to win this matchup. What do you make of this?
No, yeah, I'd agree. I think that this is going to be Snapfire favored lane because you do have the double spam of Cookie and Scatterblast compared to Gyrocopter.
And you're way tankier, right?
Yeah, you're way tankier. Gyro, the reason why he's so strong on side lane is he can disconnect himself from the creeps, run you down with the lane for the side lane with that rocket barrage. But inside mid, like, you're always playing with inside the wave. That's why you see him leveling the flag, trying to just utilize his own farm. You know, we've seen so many interviews now. Mid lane, what do? You just hit creeps. So much regen. Put a win condition there. There isn't much pressure outside of a couple spell usage. So Gyro will be having a pretty chill time, utilizing jungle and lane.
And another hero that we just don't really see much is, of course, this Jakiro. I mean, where does this sort of hero stand for you, and why do you think they've decided to go for it this game for LeBron?
Well, they were very much pressured in the draft, right? You know, Witch Doctor's banned, Entra's banned. No Bounty Hunter raised their hand and said, this is an offlane Beastmaster. We're going to show you it's this. And for level up, they needed at least a support that can play into Beastmaster. They go for the Jakiro in the end because of the dual breath, the magic damage can deal with the boar. And you also aren't going to die to that lane. A lot of supports die to the boar slow +1, but if you reduce the attack speed, you can kill off that boar. You're in a good spot. So it was very much a reaction to No Bounty Hunter presenting that the fact that Beastmaster will be offlane. And they have some kill threat. They're slow. comes into play a little bit here.
Verifier will be enough to keep Hustler safe.
And you can see because of the Jakiro pick, Beastmaster also has to change up his build. Like the offlane Beastmasters we've seen so far, it's about maxing your aura and maxing the boar itself. But because you have this kind of boar kill threat, you now need to kind of change up the build to go for axes. And it doesn't feel nice playing offlane like this.
Yeah, and all in all as well with the changes, the nerfs to Beastmaster, does that mean, are we never going to see like this Axe Rush Beastmaster again?
I actually think people
Or they come
took
back
the nerf
to it.
too hard. Like I think realistically that you went from being a broken hero to just a good hero.
Okay.
I tested taking Roshan. It's maybe like 10 seconds longer. The damage that you take, it's obviously just 30 per stack. So if you hit them with 6 stacks of damage, I think it's like 300 damage less, going from like 1300 to 1000. Still big numbers we're talking here. As Ursa does die to the magical damage of Kotl plus Legion.
I mean, you can see what Khan felt he was doing there. Like he was getting the stacks up, but there's probably got to be a point there that you got to sort of ask yourself if you're actually like, hang on, is he letting me do this? You know, Funnick sort of letting him get these swipe stacks up.
Teasing him.
And yeah, they knew that they were going to have the magic to burst him if Khan committed, and he did.
This is why, yeah, like even though Ursa's a good pick for the 1v1, Kotl, to the end of time, why is he so good as a support? He has Illuminate. It's that constant barrage, that spam.
Look at this mid lane.
I mean, yeah, Ducky's not even had a lane here.
I mean, he can't even get near to Noob here. As Noob, he's chasing him.
Look at him.
He's going to have to blast if he can get in range for the extra damage, and he's got him. He's able to just step up and blast him in the face.
I must say, no bounty hunter. They enter the game with 5 tips onto the Snapfire,
Noob's,
and every
yeah,
tip after that, yeah, like these. You put yourself in the position of getting tipped. Look, Noob, there we go.
I feel it's risky as well to do it when he's on his Snapfire, because this is one of his solid mid heroes, and you know, as we said, that you
put time here.
Exactly, you put Gyro in lane against him.
You're not
Like
gonna win
Noob
this lane, yeah.
Noob's going to smash this laning phase.
It reminds me of the time that Hellraisers played 5 men. That was a Chessie misery team. Hellraiser brought 5 heroes to mid just to try and BM, and then they lost quite quickly. That was pretty bad. Does go down top as well.
Cardio.
Oh.
The Jukes.
Oh,
Not good enough.
No.
And again mid.
Mate,
All right.
Who's tipping Ducky?
Yeah.
Someone on level up. Do it. Yes, Noob, you.
Yeah. They're not going to tip him back now.
There's no tip.
No one's tipping Noob anymore after this.
Hunter, are you still in the game? Can't see your tips
Where's
anymore.
the tips?
I can't see him.
Noob.
Karma.
I mean, it was such, again, it's such a risky tip play. You tip Noob, and then you put Gyro mid against Noob Snapfire.
Uncharacteristic.
It's like, whoa,
yeah.
You know, you're really pushing it there.
But maybe in the mid game they win a team fight. Bam.
It's gonna be hard though.
It is.
Gyro.
How the lane's gone so far?
I mean, he's having to walk back to lane as well, mid, of course.
But
So-
the idea of this setup that we spoke about is like level up. They have heroes that exist within the lane, but I guess because of the support duo, they're the ones really winning the game right now. Jakiro's stopping Beastmaster from playing. The Illuminate spam is enabling the Legion to play. So you might think that the Bounty Hunter has the better presence, but just the supports alone are giving the cause like this elevated performance, which will offset the ability for them to really group up early. Because if they have like the extra 1k gold, it's going to allow them to get that extra bit of something before the Bounty Hunter.
I mean, the mid lane is going. So it's going to be one of those games where the mid game they're not going to have a mid hero.
It's 4v5.
Gyro is not, you know, he's not the best mid heroes by far anyway, as he is. And if he has this sort of beginning, Daki's gonna. Like, how can he turn up? He turns up to a fight, he's gonna die every time.
Yeah, well, luckily for Gyrocopter, he does have a lot of magic damage to bring to these fights. I guess the main issue is because he hasn't been able to level Barrage in mid, he's very flat.
Well, exactly, yeah, he's all flat.
Yeah.
I mean, he's level to hit the creeps. You know, he's not level to really run at heroes. So they're gonna hit a very rough part of the game there pretty soon in about.
Very difficult for sure. And like, we're not even seeing stacks being made right now. There's been so much focus on enabling, and when I mentioned the idea of the supports again, Jakiro prevents top lane being left alone.
Look at this.
The cookie.
Very cute. I mean, he's got the TP out.
I mean, that was pretty close, but
he's away. But again, he's away. You know, away from creep. This is going to be more time where Daki's just not able to match the farm with Noob.
Question, Owen. Would you be upset if after this Gyro performance so far, if he smoked himself back to mid lane? Like, if this was your pub, would you allow him to smoke to mid lane?
No, for sure. I mean, we don't use smokes in my MMR anyway, so
That's fair.
I wouldn't even notice.
Do you know how to open the shop to find them, or? Nah, you wait for the RNG of the invis rune. I see.
I mean, it's rough here for the Gyro. I mean,
It's so aggressively farming.
oh, that's...
No, he's not.
Oh, he's fine.
I thought Noob
That was a
gonna do some,
risky
cookie
point
little
to
bit.
be. Got a nice little stack here of small creeps as well.
Yeah, with the lead that he has, 4k net worth at 7 minutes. He's instantly gone for the boots of travel. He has such a level advantage. Level 9.
Level 9 at 7 minutes in.
Jeez.
That's got to be some of the quickest leveling we've seen.
I mean,
That's gotta be
doing pretty
some
well for
quickest
himself there. Yeah, he's having the time of his life, and that is now going to be the thing that will offset because, again, we've said it so many times, the side lanes are pretty static, but when you have this mid lane level advantage coming in, it's going to completely change the momentum of the game.
I love that bot's
Radiant's
timing
middle
as well.
tower is under
That's
attack.
I mean, it's going to be the fastest bots on a Snapfire.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure we got a
It
snap
might
for
even
that
be.
too.
Can we compare that against all heroes? Like in terms of just overall, like are there any other heroes that are getting bots as quick as he got it this game?
I mean, like if a left strike player wants to grief the game, they buy it pretty quick.
Sure, like yeah, there's of course there's lots of bots rushes, but this was just that quick.
That
That early.
good, yeah, for sure.
See, it's big ult with the kisses and the ice path as well. I mean,
Radiant's bottom
This
tower
game is-
is
they're
under
making this
attack.
look pretty easy. This game 3 level up so far.
Yeah, the tips just feel new to another level,
Radiant
honestly.
structures are fortified.
Maybe if Earth was level 6, but again, the lanes have just not gone so well. Look at the net worth right now. It's Snap, LS, and Legion all just up top.
Not bad
Radiant's
at all.
bottom tower
So hard to
is
pressure them
under
in lane.
attack.
And
Moves
big
travel are
rocks-
bugged. Oh,
I bugged in 30 rupees right out, so no stats for
JJ.
All right, can we at least get a
Radiant's
stat
bottom
amount of
tower
balls killed,
is under
please?
attack.
Just so I can
Amount of what?
balls killed from bees.
Boars killed. Oh yeah, we got that one.
Yeah,
we
I
got
just
that
wanna-
one. That's that one we
I
can
mean,
do.
Blink did feed some spiders in game 1, so
Bounties.
Radiant's
still
bottom
a lot.
tower
Yeah, I mean,
has
9 minutes
fallen.
in.
that's the Jakira effect, to be fair,
Yeah.
and that's why their bans are so heavily tailored towards, end Twitch Doctor, and Jakira is pretty much like third in line for dominating an offlane Beastmaster, and why we don't really see him played in the offlane anymore, because like Necrobook kept the hero alive. It is interesting to see
Dire's
some
middle
teams
tower
in
is
SA,
under attack.
now in Europe, trying to bring it back.
Got to be a bit
Radiant's
careful up
bottom
top
tower
as
is
you know,
under
RDO's got
attack.
backup coming in.
Dire's middle tower
Just running
is
down
under
Flash
attack.
here. He's lows. Oh, he's going to be able to get over towards Blink, actually. Oh, good dual breath and ice path though from LeBron. Is it enough magical damage to take down Flash? It is. Flash will fall. Some of the roar, but the backup's in. Funny steps up. TNC will go down, but they've got the duel out. On to Blink. Blink falls. Buybacks are coming out. They're trying to redeem the fight, but Khan's going to go down. Hunter also going to get chased out here. Flash has tried to come back in to help out. He's not going to be able to save Hustler.
Oh, I love that tip from DNZ. Absolutely ruthless. He's like, mate, you just hold back for
Oh, the
nothing,
kisses!
and you're gonna die for it too.
Oh,
Look at that.
oh,
The
it's
value
getting
of that tip was
this
filthy.
this game 11 to what 7k lead.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah.
is
They
under
are
attack.
destroying them here in this game 3.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, if you had to give it MVP right now, it's tied between support duo and noob. These 3 players have completely broken down this game and picked apart what easily could have been a scary death pool from the bounty hunter. Like, we cannot disregard the fact that their draft on the bounty hunter, it is so threatening with one item each. Like, when they group up and play around the Dota together, like, Level Up can't do anything. Like, they don't have the team fight. They don't have like kind of the defensive spells to use. So yeah, the fact that they found that kind of weaknesses and picked them apart is big respect to Level Up how they've approached this game so far.
Yeah, I think in level up stars, the MVP is going to be whoever made the call to put Gyro mid against Noob Snapfire. He's having a lovely time.
Yep, that's it.
Noob is going to be smiling all the way through this game. But the Ghost Scepter now. It's going to be going for that E-Blade.
Nice pause.
A little bit of a break here in the
Mike.
action. Mike?
I'd love it when the teams pause and one guy also always goes to the toilet as well. It's just like,
Is that what's happening? We're watching the webcams. We can see you. Is everybody
yeah.
there? Everybody's there.
Leaving? No, yeah,
No,
check everyone. Yeah,
no,
check,
everyone's
check.
here.
Good, yeah. No. Oh, nice. An honest pause. Unconventional. But we did it.
Radiant
Level up.
structures
Going to go for
are
these tier
fortified.
1 towers.
They've hit that spike of we can just do anything in the map right now, and they're moving from tower to tower. And you see how Snapfire with the Boots of Travel, with the Ghost Scepter, isn't really going to be dying to anything right now, other than like a 3-man rotation. I think even if that happens, they're not going to care too much. But he's now off on an island, farming the area of the map where no one else can go, but can always bots in when required. So yeah, just pretty good map play right now from
Radiant's
Level
middle
Up.
tower has fallen.
The Beastmaster, he is going for more of the kind of aura build. He's going for that Solar Crest in the pipe, like I mentioned.
That's expected. I mean, something to sort of
It's just going to take a
beef
lot
up your
of time,
stronger
though,
cores
right?
as well, maybe.
This is like a 24-minute timing now coming for the Beastmaster when he will be happy to really enter any
Dire's
engagement.
top
Blink
tower is
could be in
under
trouble
attack.
as well down here.
He's looking,
He's stepping up aggressively.
posturing.
He is on his own, though.
Oh, he does look pretty dead. Oh, no.
If he gets a nice TP out, he might make it. But they're already in hunting in the trees, Blink.
Yeah, he does look pretty dead on my screen.
Oh,
the nice juke!
He's going to turn with the raw.
for the
And he's going to go for the TP. All the stuns have already been used,
Oh,
Blink.
LeBron.
Lovely escape there.
Beautiful stuff. But why does Macropire not kill trees, though? And that's the main takeaway. Why does a big fiery wall of death
Well,
not kill trees?
Macropire quite clearly is the combination of ice and fire. So the fire that would usually burn the trees is just nullified
I see
immediately
more
by the
fire
ice.
in the animation, Owen. There is more fire than ice in that.
Actually, wait, Macropire is just fire, isn't it? There's no ice. Never mind. That logic's out the window. I don't know.
I
Why
agree
does
with
it
you
not
for a
burn trees?
second.
Yeah, I convinced some of each other. Yes, fire and ice. Yes, oh, wait, hang on.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to pick your part on your Macropire analysis.
I guess
there, but-
Macropire
So can we both
literally
agree that I can
means
bring-
large fire or something.
Can we have the petition right here, right now, that why should Macropire...
But they're fireproof trees. I mean, is there any fire spell that does kill trees?
So a little green...
I guess Light Strike Array.
So a
still kills
tango, a
trees.
little nugget of green thing, like leaf, can knock down an entire like willow tree.
What, mate?
But a massive fiery volcano spewing thing doesn't stop the tree from dying.
I mean, apparently so.
Alright, I'm upset.
Blink. He's come down here again. This time around, he's not got a TP. It's still on cooldown for 10 seconds, of
Thank you,
course.
Blink. You're killing the trees for me at least. So now we have the version of a true Macropire. Thank you, Blink.
Axes will always work here.
That's true.
And Blink. He's got the backup. They're going to be able to... Look at audio as well. All right. As soon as he's out, well, they killed the Kieran time, so the missile immediately redirected onto the Life Stealer.
Top tower is under attack.
Or you can get noob here.
The Ghost Scepter, though, yeah. The value of this is...
Oh, now Khan's got to be a bit careful.
He does have ultimate available, and also you see from his quick buy, he is doing the diffuser build like they mentioned on the panel that originated from China.
Blink.
He does look pretty dead.
He tried to sort of dodge the cookie there by holding his position, but there's a lot of backup comes in. Onyx able to pick up another dual victory.
Yeah, not the worst, honestly, in the backup. The fact they are able to kill.
They're holding on a little
Yeah,
bit.
they're holding on. Like it's been a 7K, you know, touching on to 8K now for the last like 2-3 minutes. So yeah, they've been able to hold this down, which is very respectable for sure.
Yeah,
and I think
that's such a rough start.
yeah, very rough start. And you now see Gyrocopter slowly building up his farm, now sitting at just shy of 6K behind the Lifestealer. I think that's the main thing from the Bounty Hunter. They need to keep moving around the map in a way that Gyro's able to continue farming. When Khan gets the Diffusal Blade, you can maybe smoke up and run at them again because they have the teamfight advantage. They have the overwhelming presence. It's just because of the start, they're now 8K down, and they're just afraid of the value of the duel, the kiting potential.
Look at
of
this.
Snapfire.
Oh, a lovely knockback here from DNZ. He's going to hold them in position, allow them to step up, get the setup off the Eye and the Gyro. They take both of them down.
Devastating.
Khan tries to get involved, but he has no business here against the 5 of them. 3 dead.
I mean, yeah, just if you look at the minimap right now, the double vision right now from Dai just completely picks apart any attempt at farming here. They take away the Ancient Stack as well. Like, that's kind of the comfort that you get in these games. Like when you have a fight which goes somewhat even, you finally kill them. You kind of go, oh guys, let's just farm for a couple of minutes. Let's just chill. And because of that kind of relaxed nature, not being always aware of what's coming next, potentially like in this scenario, positioning of supports, if they block that rotation in, they block that smoke, and then suddenly Ursa Gyro gets to move away. Completely different story, but
wow, I mean,
level up fully run in.
Yeah, I mean, what does this sort of say to you? We're seeing game 1 and game 3. It's been very much, level up dominant. So what was the big difference in game 2? Was it just testament to how good of a draft no Bounty Hunter were able to get against them?
Yeah, I think the main thing is the simplicity of engagement. Like you think about game 2, how they're trying to gank mid. It was Snapfire cooking in and a cookie in and a baden. Like it wasn't clean execution, but here it's so much easier because when you have your lanes
16 minutes, they're looking at the high ground.
They're grouped up, the 9K lead. There's no reason to go back. They're just
I mean, well, you know that this Ursa's just going to have no business trying to fight you.
If he jumps in, he just kites from a Ghost Scepter, the cookie, and the range from RDO. The only lockdown they have right now is some soft lockdown. The Legion sitting behind, always able to purge off some of the bigger stuff, be it Raw, be it Iron Hex.
They're coming with a cookie. They're in. Khan will get the eye up, but he's trying his best to run. He will get out of there. Over to the side. 2 Gets in here, level up, and taking the racks.
There's no way for them to start fighting. They need the tankiness was on their side, but they just don't have it right now because it's so far behind. Yeah, level up is just seeing through their draft and just running them down. A rack at 17 minutes.
Yeah, insane timing. Probably one of the earliest sets of racks we've seen here.
I mean, do we have a stat on that?
Do we have a stat on that one? That's definitely going to be one of the earlier timings. I feel like we have had some games where there have been quick high ground sieges.
On it.
But this one, I would hazard a guess and say that this is probably the second fastest. I think there was a game where there was one that was a little fast.
I'd say top 3 for sure.
Top,
like
yeah.
a GG doesn't count, right? Like,
No, I'm talking about racks.
Pure racks, yeah.
More. Zaki has to be very careful.
Yeah, realistically, a BKB is required on one core to be able to frontline this. There is no innate frontline for no bounty hunter, and that's kind of where they're falling victim now. Because if they had some type of hero that could tank up one spell, this net worth advantage wouldn't feel too bad because they could still layer in damage on top. But the fact they don't have that LeBron mate doesn't kill trees. Doesn't kill trees.
Oh, and mid.
Is he just dead?
Zaki, he's been caught here. They've got him. The infest damage actually from RDO enough to get that kill.
Imagine dying from a fest.
Yeah, that hurts.
But that's the moment there you tip the IO.
Oh, look at this. They're taking tips from rack. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is
That's nice. Now,
It doesn't stop you losing rack, though.
They find an objective, though. Can't. Got the Aegis.
All right, we're doing our tally. Positives and negatives.
Yeah.
Positive, 2 lives. Negative, no base.
Radiant's
Oh, he's got. I've got the
He's just running at them.
and running away.
Feels invincible with the Aegis.
Ah, the man he wants to grow up to be. Bless him. And I think Lifestealer, he's just such an amazing hero against these physical damage lineups because you naturally have, you want to buy armor, you want to buy halberd at some point. Great, disarm. You want to buy AC. Like, the hero itself is so well built for these type of lineups, and you can play so comfortably into these Ursas and whatnot.
Full halberd as well on RDO. Vlad's.
I mean, I'm sure this is
coming out of the team.
This is probably the quickest double racks in the DPC. I mean, 19 minutes.
2 sets of racks, yeah. Full sets as well, you know. Range, the whole
That'll
lot.
be a 22, mate.
Hey, here we go. This is a nice kill.
That's great kill.
Same time, no down bottom can't. Hang on, what's it? How did he get out of here?
He went for a little bit of a wander in the woods. He is better off.
No,
And
can't.
off.
Alright. Well,
Oh, well, yeah,
they find Noob, but quickly lose the carry twice. On the side of the map. Level up.
Radiant's
Get
bottom
themselves another tier 2 tower.
all right, we're looking at maybe potentially the quickest mega creeps in European TV.
Then it would be, yeah. I think that
yeah.
would definitely be it. If they push now for
Yeah.
tier 3, I guess they're going to wait for Noob to come back up.
No, they're
But that would be the quickest megas.
Dire's top tower.
I mean, Noob's got
is under
bots, so he'll
attack.
instantly be back
Yeah,
here in
yeah,
10
exactly.
seconds. This, yeah, if they see them, they
have
want to
it on
go for the
free
records
damage.
here. They're speed running the mega.
I mean, yeah, they do get a trophy for the quickest mega creeps. I'm sure there is one to give them. So they're chipping away at this tier 3.
There we go. RDO ain't backing off.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Okay, it's backing off a little bit.
Just a little bit. He respects the potential jump that they have.
I want to see them keep going. Oh, come on, we're going to see a fast
Yeah, we
mega
need-
creeps. I want to see the fastest mega creeps I've ever seen.
We're missing valuable seconds right now, Lever. Come on, get in there. They're going up again.
Oh, the force!
They have BKB
Does
though.
that BKB? RDO's got quite a bit of damage. The roar comes out. Jaws works to lock down the gyrocopter. RDO looking to take down Connor now. In come the kisses from the start of it all. Khan trying to move it onto the Legion, but Funnick is still alive. They can't kill him off. Funnick, he'll be fine. They've cleaned up for them. 2 buttons. Oh, they won't let them get the megas.
Hit the Rex. You got like 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5.
Oh, look, there we go. I was right. It was the second fastest rack we've seen.
Oh, amazing
Second
stuff.
fastest.
They didn't get the mega creep.
They didn't. It would have been a record. But either way, it's gonna be. It's a fast game
Mate,
time.
to be
fast.
fair.
21 minutes and 26
Very
seconds.
good stuff, yeah.
I mean, level up. As I said, game 1 looked fantastic. Game 3 looks even better. Game 2, it's going to be something for them to sort of analyze, look back over.